Fuck you. We're
First
not
thing.
opening on that.
Don't worry, the
You're
recording version doesn't have that.
Okay.
Okay.
The recording version does not have that.
Hey, we're a week late again. We're probably going to be changing the schedule for this
Because
podcast.
we don't even know anymore. Because
We
over
don't
time
know.
keeps
Oh.
like the one week we decide, hey, let's delay it a week. That's the week
Week
that
they're actually on
overtime
time.
comes out on time, and it's like, oh my god, fuck it.
Fuck it, we'll just keep this and whatever happens from here on. Just
So
fuck it.
this is the Hypercast Off podcast episode. Who gives a shit?
We hate Kamen Rider. That's what changed in a week. We hate it now.
No, what? If you haven't seen the build final stage, you aren't a real Kamen Rider fan.
If you haven't seen all of Ryuki, then you're not a real fan of anything at all. Period.
You're not a Kamen Rider fan if you haven't watched the original Showa series.
You're not a real Pokemon fan if you haven't got onto the woods and poked a lion with a stick.
You're not a real Kamen Rider.
You're not a real Fortnite fan if you didn't read and watch Battle Royale.
You're not a fan of anything if you've never read The Princess of Mars.
If you're not a real fan unless what the fuck is
You're not a real Kingdom Hearts fan.
I'm scratching to remember Princess of Mars, and I don't.
Is it like
No,
the Fist
no.
of Mars?
Is that
Hold on, I'll pull it up so you guys can know.
is that John Carter?
No, I think it's like actually an old book.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
is that one of the old John Carter books?
You're not a
Okay.
You're not a real Kamen Rider build fan if you haven't committed at least one war crime.
You're
Well,
not
it's a
a
good
real
thing
Rider fan
I've got
unless you
that
read a
covered.
chick Starfish Hitler in the face right now.
All right, let's get to intros. Who the fuck are we?
Welcome to. Sorry, Zed, you take it. You're the actual host.
Welcome to the Hyper Podcast. Welcome to the
Maybe I shouldn't have let you do it.
Welcome to the Tokusatsu Hypercast Off. I'm your host, Zedreamcast.
I am Rose Shrimp, and one day that host spot will be mine instead of Zed's.
What?
Fuck you.
What the fuck?
Don't worry about it.
What?
I can take your wallet.
I'm Soraku Fett, and I'm a fucking giggling mess right now.
Is Rose gonna try to kill me?
Don't
I'm
worry about
13.
it.
I draw shit.
I kind of want
occasionally.
to. I kind of
Stop
need to
interrupting
worry.
the intros.
I'm
This is
Sano.
why.
Alt,
I'm
repeat
Sano,
yours.
and I don't really got much else to say.
Alt, repeat yours, please.
I'm all 13. I draw shit occasionally.
I'm Dreamcast and Rose is trying to kill me. If I
I'm
die,
not trying
if
to
you
kill
die,
you.
if I die, you know what the
I'm
fuck
Soraku
happened.
Fett, and I guess we're doing the intros again.
I'm not trying to kill you.
If I die, you know what the fuck happened.
What
You
a
know what
wrong
happened.
start.
You already know what the fuck is going on.
If you up
We
if you
also
up on
have.
Wednesday, you know what is.
We also have our main man Sota Kufi. I hope that's how you pronounce the full username. I always just call him Sota.
He is our man in the
who-
rafters.
Yeah, the man in the shadows who sends emails and
He's the Phantom
talks
of the
to us
Opera.
on Discord.
And
He
also like double checks our work and make sure we're not
Yeah.
fucking wrong.
Okay, don't.
Emails. Don't forget
is-
that one we got last time.
Yeah,
He
I'm gonna
is-
read that. Don't worry.
He is our fact checker who will ruin this podcast.
Sota is in line to take over the podcast.
Rose, that implies there's anything
In
left to
case all of
salvage
us
in the
die.
first place.
In case all of us die, Sota will be the one to take over.
Soda and probably NJS, the man who hosts this Discord server we're in,
Yeah, it's fine though. Don't worry about it.
constantly refuses
To
every
be on.
fraction
He
of
was-
acknowledgement. So I'm saying all of this to go, hey, what up? Step up.
Step up. You're not a real hyper podcast off. Fuck. I don't know where I'm going with this joke.
You're not a real hypercast off podcast fan unless you're a member of Order of the Moon,
Oh, and there's our other man, Caleb.
who
the
is
same.
also in text. Yeah, maybe one day he'll appear in voice form.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that's
voice.
That's
intros
intros.
out of the way.
Intros, we got a top of the morning to y'all.
No, don't. Caleb said.
This week, this week we gotta talk about Kamen Rider builds and the quiz shows.
But what about build?
Oh wait, what?
Stage. What? Did you say, you meant to say Zio?
I
didn't
meant
you?
Zio. I forgot we were actually in 2019 and not at the beginning of 2018 when Build was airing.
Oh god, I wish that were me.
Anyway,
okay.
Zio, we gotta talk about the quiz shows and how
We gotta talk about Hiromu coming in, but he's not Hiromu from Go Busters.
even though
Don't
he
show him a
is.
chicken. Don't show him a
He's-
chicken.
Yeah,
A
not-
fucking
the one
snappy
time
dresser
an
dude.
episode doesn't have a chicken in it, we have Hiromu. Coincidence? I think not.
He's a snappy dresser. He's got a hat that's purple for some reason. It completely clashes with the rest of
Everyone
his
draws
color scheme.
black.
He's got a little
Everyone
Says
draws
maybe
black.
in 2040, maybe in 2040
Everyone-
that actually. Bros,
Everyone
maybe,
draws it black because it looks better that way.
It does.
bros, maybe in 2040 that fashion is good.
Well, I hope I'm dead before 2040 then, if that's what
I
fashion.
kind of want Day of Oma to happen now, just so we don't get that.
Arranged.
Listen, if the future of fashion is Hiromu and Whitewash, then I don't want to see the future.
I want to see it even more.
I
now.
want the future where Whitewash is a better character and he's wearing a silver.
What do you
version
mean
of his
better
outfit.
character?
He's
He's
already a
already a
good
great
character.
character.
Whitewash wears a beret, and I can't accept that.
I can't accept
Well,
that.
hang on.
It's a
Wait,
beret.
guys. You can just hold out for a couple centuries, and then we get those Star Trek Next Generation weird spandex things with the cod pieces.
No.
As long as we don't get those weird outfits, the weird pajamas they wore in season 1.
Oh, you're
of
gonna have
TNG.
those for like a bit, but then
I
they'll
don't.
go
I don't
away.
want that. I like the ones.
You're
from season one.
you're gonna want to. You're gonna have them for like a hot minute, and that hot minute is 2 years.
Can I have the future where all of us are just wearing Tims?
2 years. Okay,
So-
Soraku,
We already
it's 2 years
live in
and one
that
movie.
future.
So we
I
got
hate it.
Quiz. He is Hiromu from Go Busters. He has dad problems
like
because his
much
dad
like the last-
abandoned his family and died because he was too busy with his research, and then his
No, his
mom's
mom
in like
died.
a coma
No,
or
his
something.
mom's in a coma.
No. You know, his
hospitalized.
mom is very clearly not comatose. I think she's dying of the, not gonna say cancer, but it probably
She's
is
dying
cancer.
of my mom's gonna die
Yeah,
disease.
He has dad problems just like a real Kamen
She's
Rider.
dying of
So,
soap opera disease.
White
It's
was finds him and is like, "Hey, you want to come back in time so you can see if your dad loved you or not?" But the real reason is just that White was wanted to steal his powers so he could,
It's
give
Make
him
him
to
me
kids.
ride watch.
Yeah, but and that's the reason why Quiz is still Quiz, even though another Quiz exists, is because if he didn't become Kamen Rider Quiz, then White was would have no reason to go to the future and pick him up.
That or we all probably
he's
know
just,
White Wall
wa-
just wrote in his little tablet.
That's not my theory. They explain that on the site.
Oh, I didn't read the
Just
site.
a time paradox, yeah.
Yeah, they explain that on the site. That's why Quiz remains Quiz, even though there's another rider.
Action!
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we continue the tradition. Not the tradition. We continue the pattern of Whitewash having greatly inferior jingles than the actual writers.
I don't know.
I'm
Nah,
not a quiz.
I like the girl
I'm not a-
better.
I like
Oh yeah,
quiz.
the
The girl voice for the quiz driver.
Yeah.
However, I do think that the
think-
waiting loop.
I don't think that. I think the only other time we've had a girl voice on a driver was the or on any rider
Alternative?
thing. Alternative? Yeah, where Alternative's car advisor had like a female voice.
Yeah. Turn up. So yeah, the episode itself was. I don't want to say it was bad or good. Like, I'm honestly not sure if it was how I felt about it.
Quiz wasn't as interesting a character as Shinobi, I feel.
Because you're just kind of there.
He's
doing his
just
own
kind
thing.
of
Oh, and
had
also,
dad problems, and
also
it's like
Kibana,
every fucking
but-
yeah.
Okay, I will say I'm kind of interested in Quiz only because his mannerisms as a character really
Yeah.
make me think, man, his show probably would hold up really well.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's just the problem is that his whole arc is just dad problems, and it's like, bitch, every rider has dad
I'm
problems.
Not hero.
I'm-
Build Build was absolutely
Not
filled
Hero.
with
Not
build-
Hero.
Yeah, not Hero. Hero has other problems.
Too many.
No,
Tiger.
Hero's dad
can also probably
Hero's
say
dad
that-
has son problems.
Yeah.
I can also
Yeah.
probably say that like maybe Takumi.
Takumi has other problems, like
Yeah.
being dead.
Well, I mean, Takumi's parent problems is that they're probably dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, the only problem is Kusaka.
Oh no, he's
Takumi
got a
has
lot of
friend
other problems, like partly
Yeah,
the
Takumi's
whole
got
orphan
Yeah, there's a lot of
thing.
other problems. Half of them are probably because of Kusaka.
Kusaka burned down his house before he even knew it.
Kusaka threw away his lunch when he was a kid.
You know-
Okay, Zed,
Isn't
you say
Kusaka
that?
like way younger?
You know that?
Yes.
You know that
Yeah.
Flash villain? I don't remember which one who like literally orchestrated everything that went
You
wrong
mean
in
the
Flash's life?
Reverse Flash,
Yes.
his fucking nemesis?
Yes,
I don't
the
know
rever-
which one.
I didn't remember which because I don't know much about comics. The Reverse Flash, where he's like, yeah, every single thing that went wrong in your life, I did that. It was
That's
me.
Kusaka.
That's Kusaka.
He
Okay,
literally,
just back on
he's
topic.
like, hey, that one time your dog got out and got hit by a car, that was me.
That one
Like-
time you tripped because your shoelaces were untied. That was me.
That one time you ate chicken and you got food poisoning, it was me. I undercooked the chicken.
Do you
That one
remember
time
that
you were
friend
born, that was
That
me.
one time your girlfriend in high school broke up with you, that was me. I was your girlfriend.
Do you remember that friend you had that kept you like happy? No? Yeah, that was me.
You remember that time you were born? Yeah, that was me.
Back on the top.
I
Quiz
was
is
your
a really
mom.
good
I'm
design.
so open.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? That's where I was hoping you were gonna go with that, Zed.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm a fan of Quiz. I'm a
Quiz
huge
is
Yeah,
a good
I
design.
I don't hate Quiz. It's just I feel like they could have done something more interesting with him
The
than
whole
dad
thing.
problems.
Well, I mean, it was more for Gates' arc.
I
Yeah.
know it.
Of Gates will use Waz, but only on his terms.
Yeah, it's
Even
like
though
the way
it's really on Waz's terms.
the way
No, it
that
just happened to match
Gate the way Gates, Sogo, and both Waz's like relationships were changing this arc was really good. It's just a shame that it came at the expense of having Quiz be like that.
Because for one, Quiz has an inferior has an okay suit, but it's nowhere as hype as Shinobi's.
Yeah,
Because
I think if
Shinobi's-
it had like its own original suit, it would look good.
Well, I mean, Shinobi's isn't even its own original suit either.
I know. I'm just
I
saying,
know.
like,
I
Quiz,
feel
I
like
think,
if
is more
Shinobi
designed
had
better.
its own original suit, it'd be 20 times sexier.
yeah.
no, I'm not saying that Shinobi's isn't an original suit. I'm saying that
I know.
Quiz specifically would look better if he had his own suit.
I know.
But
I'm
with
saying
what we
the same
have,
thing.
with what we have, that's original design. Yeah, I like it. I like the idea
Yeah,
of
same.
having the
It's fine.
correct and wrong.
Yeah, same.
It's a pretty broken power, but the newest episode shows that it's not all powerful.
Yeah. Which we aren't going to get into.
Yeah, we're not
that
gonna
this
get
week.
into that because we only have one part of it, and
Yes.
we like having the
Yeah.
entire arc.
Also,
for
not
this.
everyone has actually seen it.
Yeah, that's
yet,
another big thing.
so-
Spoiler: Waz throws a football at Gates and he dies.
Yeah, but it's the Ryuki
And
arc,
that-
and there's
and
some
it's
cool
a
shit going
it's the
on.
football with Ryuki on it.
The
You've
football.
heard
That's
of-
all.
the
That's
football.
all that's related to
He
Ryuki
fell-
in that entire
he
arc.
fell
The football
asleep.
goes through the
No.
window and it does the opening to
Dun,
Ryuki.
dun, dun,
Okay,
dun, dun,
no,
dun, dun.
you guys are doing something else. I was thinking Ryuki was asleep on the football, and then Waz threw the football with Ryuki on it.
What?
I don't
Both
know.
of these versions are great.
All
You,
of these are
yeah,
fantastic.
you've heard of the Inoue tennis scene. Now get ready for
the
the
Ryuki
Inoue
football.
football scene.
Wait, who's
Inoue
the lady
football.
that wrote Ryuki?
Kobayashi.
At the Kobayashi football scene.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I wish there was an arc of Zio actually written by Kobayashi.
Yeah. Well, does she still work, or is she writing dramas? Like I don't know.
I mean, I don't think she's straight up done with Toku, but she just
Like I haven't. I'll look at what she's written in a while.
fact checking will ruin this podcast.
Kobe.
Let Sota do it.
Yeah, Soda, you
That's
do
what he's
it.
here for.
Soda, you do it.
Do you guys want to die? And speaking of Ryuki, just like
I kind of wanted that sentence to just end. Do you guys want to die?
Like put this on the stream, Zed.
But what?
Just
I-
for the Ryuki talk. Just
Oh,
put
no.
that.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
putting that.
Oh yeah, because we do have news we have to talk about regarding Ryuki. Not even talking about
we?
the arc, but yes, we do because they announced more details about the two specials that they're replacing the 0.5 episodes with. We've got the Shinobi special, which we already knew about, and we have the Ryuki special, which is being written by Inoue.
Oh, Inoue's vision return.
Yeah.
Are you ready for Ugly Bastard?
Oh, Kobayashi is currently working on non-toku art.
Are you ready for NTR?
No.
Are you ready for Oja
No,
being
can
born into a toilet?
I was gonna say Ojo toilet.
It's the Oja toilet. Like,
Yeah.
you just go into a stall and Oja's right there, and it's like, I can't get the smell out of my nose, and you just like...
Oja's
"Hey."
the toilet. No, Oja's
he's
the
like,
toilet.
No, you walk into the stall, he's like, get out of my house.
This is my house. I live here.
Oja is the
Sir,
toilet.
this is a JC Penney. Get out.
This JC Penny vexes me.
Wait, why is he in the JC Penney?
Because it vexes him.
Because that's where he's born. Alt.
No.
He was born in a
Or
JC
in a-
Penny bathroom.
Why? Why is that? Are you implying that all of his outfits are all from JC Penney?
Oh god. That's the only place you could get that fucking snakeskin shit. Does fucking Oja shop in the same place as fucking Majima? Is that where they
Yes.
get the same outfits?
It's the same
Yes.
dumpster.
It's the same dumpster.
It's the same pile of coats they always
That's
steal
my
from.
that's my favorite thing about Yakuza 0 at the very end, where it's like, hey, that outfit looks like shit, Majima. And he's like, I don't give a shit.
I stole it from a homeless man for like $5.
Like,
What?
probably?
Wait, he stole
He
it
did not.
for
He did not.
$5?
He did not. He, oh, wait.
I want to ask Alt
Stole it
something about that
$5.
sentence he just said. What do you mean he stole it for $5? Alt?
Is that like he steals it and then like puts $5 in the guy's pockets?
Yes, that's exactly what.
Why?
Why not?
That's not
Chaotic neutral.
like it. That feels like something fucking. I had lost.
Xehanort was evil. Why'd he give me this shirt for $8?
I love that comic so much. He didn't even give it to him for free.
If
It's
absolutely
free.
I got this free shirt for $8.
Yeah.
It was what a deal, right? Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
that.
yeah, we got more things about the Ryuki, basically the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking
Oh,
what,
shit, I think
15
Mizora's
years
in
back,
it or
15
something.
Is she?
What?
What?
Oh, it was.
the
There's like
actress
some.
or Misora?
There's like. Yeah. It's one of those things that she's in.
Huh.
I remember I said about it and someone was like, "Oh yeah, no, it was that she's in the Shinobi spin-off,
Oh.
not
Oh.
the
The
Ryuki
actress
one.
or like Misora herself?
the actress."
Okay,
but
just making sure.
Okay.
because what you think she's
kinda-
not gonna play Mizora
I
yeah.
kind of want
Right.
that.
right after build is over?
I mean,
I
you know,
kinda
Poppy
want
was
that.
in fucking Ghost, right? Poppy's in the Ghost movie. She's Himiko.
I never watched the Ghost movie.
Well, she's in there, and she's Himiko.
yeah, but she's like, more significant. Like she's Mizora's a way more significant character, and considering that, I think Sogo and Gates are in the Ryuki special, I think it's safe to say that it
Yeah.
might be Mizora,
Watch
but
it
who
just
knows,
be
whatever.
completely different character.
It could be, I could be wrong,
We'll
but I'm
see.
never wrong, so,
Anyway,
what's next on the docket? Next, we talked about Kamen Rider. Next would be Super Sentai. I have not caught up to Lupin Ranger yet. I need to.
Me neither. It's almost over, so we should probably catch up to it before the
binge
next
it. Like
episode,
once,
so we
yeah,
can
I'll
talk
probably
about it.
do that.
but regardless of that,
We have
new information on Kishiryu Sentai Ryu Soldier.
Yeah, which is which has an L in it. Ryu Soldier, as in
like
Ryu, and then the word
Ryu
soul.
Soul.
You feel the soul.
Also,
Yeah.
because
But it
sounds
also sounds like
soldier.
soldier, yeah.
It's been 20 years, and they finally managed to give the Blue Ranger blue hair.
Nice.
Now let's wait another 20 years for to give the Pink Ranger pink hair.
I'm pretty sure that's happened before.
Wait, that's Key Ranger.
So-
Also, wait. Did the
We
Green
have-
Ranger and Time Ranger have green hair?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
it was blue hair.
Oh.
The
They-
Green Ranger in Time Force had green hair.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, it was blue hair in Time Ranger.
Weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he was an alien. He dyes it. He dyed it since he was like 3 years old.
That's stupid.
That sounds like it'll cause a lot of scalp damage.
It's fine. He's an alien.
So wait, he's an
Wait.
alien, but he still dyes his hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Does he do it
That's
so?
time.
It's
That's Time Ranger, baby.
It's Time
He's always in
Ranger.
Super
I don't
Saiyan
see
Blue.
it.
That's why.
Yeah. Anyway, so
He's always in...
the Tyrannosaurus boy is voiced by the Red's mech hangs out with them and
Tiramigo.
Because
You gotta see his name.
voiced by Kintaro's voice actor. We've got Ko, the Red Ranger, Hayate Ichinose. I'm going to say the actor names even though probably anyone listening doesn't actually know who they are. Toa, green. Yuito Obara. Banba, black. Yatsuya Kishida.
These are
Asuna,
words.
pink. Ichika Asuna. I see. And Melt, blue. Kato Suna. So first of all, we have characters named Banba and Melt, which I don't know how I feel about that.
Melts.
Like, is it Meruto or something? Did they mistranslate it, or is it literally Melt?
It could be literally melts.
I'm melting.
Is
I
it?
mean, we
is it
did. I
Melt
mean, we
Blood?
had Right for
Okay,
1 year.
yeah, Banba is a Japanese name, so that's not quite as bad. But like Melt.
Melts.
Hey, hey, Tokyuja, what do you think about that? Right?
Yeah, we got Ko is of course the red, so he's red personality. Blue is blue personality, but he looks
I'm cool.
well, not quite that,
Oh.
because you look at the fucking picture of him.
Yeah. He looks like a dog.
You look at the group picture where he still looks like a dork, and everyone is like smiling and grinning, and like
And then Black is just there, and he's like,
and then Black is refusing to pose
smile.
with the dinosaur.
He's
It's
like just.
great.
He looks like he's like. God damn it! I have.
Yeah.
They
you know
didn't-
who Black
they
is?
didn't-
Black is your older brother.
They didn't
when
have
you and
any
your
more
friends
meat-
are all taking pictures
They
of
didn't
the
have
laser tag.
any more meatballs at the Subway,
Yeah.
so like
Uh,
I had to wait 20 minutes for them.
No,
Asuna-
Black thought it was going to be a serious group of Sentai characters, and then he walks in and sees everybody else. He's like, no.
No, he
Asuna-
walks in and sees Blue's hair and is like,
That-
God damn it!
Black is your older brother who beat
Guys,
you and all your
guys,
friends
let
at
Rose.
laser tag, but is
yeah.
mad
Let me
that you didn't-
get to
yeah.
Black first. Okay, Asuna is the pink one, the only girl so far. Maybe they'll add another one. I don't know. She apparently it says says stuff at the wrong time. Doesn't and also is apparently the physically strongest Ryu soldier, but kind of disappointed that apparently she's embarrassed about it because she's a woman, she shouldn't be the most strongest one physically. It's like
Girl,
just
not
let-
strong.
just let her be buff. Come on.
Well, that depends. Maybe she might be a gentle giant, which is always a good
Yeah.
character trait.
I guess
Still,
yeah. but
even
it's just
then,
kind
even
of-
then, it's like, why does the girl have to be the gentle giant?
It's
Just make her be buff and be like
Just give us
Sano
a-
buff.
it's
give
Shinzo Abe.
us a punch girl. Damn it.
Yeah,
Give us a live action.
What I
punch
feel
girl.
is gonna happen is
Tons.
gonna be fucking Hina all over again.
We have Green Ranger, who is pacifist Nissan personality, basically, because apparently he always listens to his older brother. His older brother Banba, who is isn't the type to show his feelings. Which again, Zed, I need you to show the group picture from earlier in the podcast docket channel just to convey what
Which
like.
one?
Just
The group shot.
I already posted it. Yeah, it's already there.
Yeah, you fucking know the one.
Just
Because look at this fucker.
slowly zoom in on Banba's face.
I'm so excited. I am so excited about this because he just looks like. Oh my god.
The black, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Look
Look
at
at him.
this fucking guy.
He's easy to pick out because he's the only one not smiling.
Yeah, he hates it.
Look at everyone else. They're like, "Oh, look at us. We're so happy with our Miko." And then he's just like,
Why am I
"They
in this
didn't
puffy
have
shirt?
any more.
He's just
They didn't have any
he's-
more Reese's Pieces at the Walmart today."
he's your older brother who beats you and all your friends at laser tag and is mad that all you and your friends are still happy and having fun even though you lost.
He has slight Utsumi energy, but not much.
What are you
He's-
talking about?
I forgot
Just
to
the
charge
just
my phone
the
last night.
not
Now I'm
showing
at
his
20%.
emotions thing.
He looks
That's
like
not
the
an
old,
Utsumi thing.
He's
It
the
is.
old. He's the
Utsumi
old.
did not capitalize.
Are you gonna
He's-
argue with
I'm-
Rose about Utsumi's
I'm
He's
not
character?
the
saying-
older.
Yes.
I'm not fucking saying
Well-
Utsumi invented that. I'm just saying they have the same
Rose,
trait.
not
fuck is
everything
wrong
is
with you?
about fucking Utsumi.
I'm sorry, but
And not everything's about fucking Utsumi either.
Alt, who are you speaking to?
Someone who doesn't have self-control.
Yeah,
The
You know that.
he's speaking to the objectively and subjectively wrong.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Oof.
but
Wow.
yeah.
That's-
Look
Okay,
at
okay,
this
that is
face.
Holy
say-
shit.
He looks like
Moving
the
on.
older. He looks like the
No.
older brother who you ask him to like play the Xbox and you brought over your friends and all of you are having fun. He's just watching in the background like, I wish I could be having fun.
That's
No, he's he's the older brother that wanted to go out on a date, but he has to babysit you.
he's the older brother who kicks everyone's asses in Smash Bros. But then one time someone manages to get a final smashed on him and they win instead, and he gets really angry about it.
Yeah, he's just like Sulk personified just by that one pick.
Yeah. So
I didn't go to Evo and drop out of the fucking losers quarterfinals for this.
So the Ryu soldiers are members of the Ryuso tribe. So I guess they fucking grew up in like medieval Europe type thing, which also had dinosaurs for some fucking reason.
Robot dinosaurs.
Yeah, because that's just how it is in Sentai world. They're just
yeah.
around.
Dinosaurs just sometimes are just chilling.
Sentai and dinosaurs in Sentai are whatever
It's like Tomb
Sentai
Raider.
wants them to be. They can be fantasy creatures. They can be pure energy. They can be just like whatever you
Gods.
want. Yes, and that was the first one.
Yeah.
And
They
they
could-
could just
they could
be
be-
the original dinosaurs.
They could be a bottle of
And,
Mountain Dew and they would be a monster. You don't even know.
Kyoryuger, the dinosaurs were just the original dinosaurs.
Like, hey, we're just
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
So
Is Saber-tooth
And
tiger a
Abba
dinosaur?
Ranger, they're these weird interdimensional beings.
there's that we have like sales numbers. I'm not a smart person. I don't quite understand the first image that we have for it, but
Let me
like
get it.
the second one is like laying out like full year earnings for each Sentai series, and Lupin Ranger vs Pata Ranger didn't do so well. It was 6.9 billion, which is in a billion yen, which is not great considering.
It's not, but it has very much to do with the design of its toys, like
It's honestly,
When-
it has nothing to do with the design. Like, I know what you're gonna get about the whole like toy thing,
Yeah.
but I feel like in the end, it's just they're boring toys. They're
yes, and that's what I'm talking about.
you're going into the whole like future proofy thing.
No, well, that's only like a small part of it,
Well,
but
no,
like
they're just this one's a car. This one's
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like the design of the toy is boring, and and more importantly, it is limited.
Yeah.
Talking about let's like
Can I just say,
sorry, good.
Lupin Ranger vs. Patter Ranger, I said it was bad. It's actually the worst it's been since, like,
Bokenger.
yeah,
I don't know about the ones
Bokenger
before
is the
then.
first one on there, and Lupin Ranger is the lowest in that list.
By like a whole like
But Bokenger's so cool.
5
The
million.
0.5, yeah. Bokenger was 10.4.
0.6.
Was 10.4, yeah. And then Geki Ranger was 7.
That's
no,
because-
was 7.5.
That's because people have bad taste.
Yeah.
I also am looking at the toys for Geki Ranger. They weren't that great.
It's
Oh,
like,
No, because again,
The Sentai's good. The Sentai's good, but
the show is good. Like there's
like
the thing
the
when
toy.
you have the good show
It's
and where you have the good toy, and sometimes you nail it and you get both. But
You get Sheikanger.
sometimes you
Like
get
Geki
Ranger,
Go
yeah.
Busters.
but
Like
or
Gokaiger.
X-Aid.
And then
but,
sometimes you get Go Busters.
Quick
which,
thing.
but
Since you brought up X8, I just want to bring up a quick thing. Did you see that one commercial where
What?
for like the rainbow colored soba that came out like last week where they used Hyper Muteki?
Really?
Yeah.
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 It
It
came
was
out like
so
a week
fucking weird. Because, like,
Japan likes X8.
that didn't exist during X8. It didn't exist during Build. It's just happened now.
Yeah, they're
That's
just like, here, we
weird.
got this rainbow soba. What
2
should
years
we
later,
use?
what should we do? Let's do Kamen Rider X8 Hyper Muteki.
It's a really
Don't
good
you-
form.
Don't you love? You want to slurp the dreads on?
I mean,
do.
good.
Yes.
It's good. It's a good
Slurp.
suit.
It's the best. It's, in my opinion, the best final form in Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Go
But
Busters.
but like when you think about like the way the VS Changer is built,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the thing where the noises all come from the thing itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that does like
Limited.
that comes into that limits what it can do. Like if suddenly it not only limits what it can do, it also wastes time if you have like a couple ideas that you put the sounds in that don't go anywhere. Like
Build Kangaroo and
Cure UF1.
Scorpion Gold,
Dreadnought Dinosaur.
Evolve Dinosaur. Like,
And
with the
and
VS Changer
pertaining
specifically.
pertaining to the VS Changer, there's minus Ichigo, Lupin Black,
Which is like, come on.
all
Zero
cool
Go.
sounding ideas they never fucking did.
And Hilltop didn't
Yeah.
get to do anything. Like,
Yeah, like it would have been cool to see like Zero Go or minus Ichigo and Lupin Black and stuff. Have you heard the sound effects for the Lupin Black? It's like Black 0 0 0.
Watch
I don't
it
know.
being, watch it being a V Cinema thing where it's an evil.
Yeah, maybe.
also,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say
It
one
would be
thing that
interesting to see, but sorry, good.
I was gonna say one thing that probably hurt the Lupin Ranger Patch Ranger sales is the name itself. 2 teams, one team's going to be more popular than the other.
Exactly, and the show was not done well enough to like
Make
properly divide focus to like make it feel like it's a
honestly,
Sentai with 2 teams.
The problem was that the show was Lupin Ranger featuring Pat's Ranger.
Yes.
Well,
My whole
See-
thing is,
so
you can
here's
go
the
ahead and say what
thing.
you want, sir.
with the episodes have seen it, because of course I haven't finished it. Yeah, the plot was more heavily the Lupin Rangers is more involved in the plot, but the Patter Rangers did get like the same amount of screen time. I feel the problem is not the screen time focus; it's the toy focus. In that even toys which have the Patter Ranger logo on them and clearly have the sounds like Patter Ranger ones are still given to the Lupin Rangers anyway.
The Patsu Rangers are only are going to use their there's that weapon that friggin' oh god, Lupin X uses with
Noel.
Noel uses with the big shoulder things. Apparently the Patsu
He doesn't
Rangers,
even fucking
Apparently
use it
using-
as Patron X.
yeah, uses a Lupin
The-
X,
The
Yeah.
Patter Rangers are only going to use that in like the final fucking episode.
which is it's really not fair.
And yeah, I get they're trying to convey the whole,
And more importantly, for why it's failing is that sorry, go ahead.
the I get they're doing it because it's like, oh, they're the thieves. They stole some of these from the Pata Rangers, right? But like the problem is first of all, that leaves the Pata Rangers without much merchandising. So any kids who do like the Pata Rangers aren't going to buy much of it if those things are actually associated with the Lupin Rangers.
If you're
But the kids who like the Lupin Rangers aren't going to want to buy those either because they're clearly themed after the Pata Rangers instead.
Yeah, it just
Exactly.
it was a really messily done thing, and honestly, Kyuranger had
And
a lot of the same problems where it's just like you have so many fucking Rangers, but really you only get lucky power ups.
but like similar with all that, like the big issue is that, and Q Ranger didn't do terribly with
It
its
didn't.
earnings.
It did
9.3 billion. The thing comes also from how like expensive and easy to produce they are. Because like think about the VS Changer and the stuff that puts into it, and compare it to its Rider contemporary build. What are the bottles? They're about yay big, and you just put them in the 2 slots, and they do noises.
You can
And,
get ones that have sounds in them, but those aren't the majority of them, and they're for like final forms and stuff.
Yeah,
There's
and
special forms and whatnot.
and the belt itself has like hundreds of different voices, so like that's like good and covered and stuff. But so that works. It works in the same way that the Ghost Driver worked, where like the icons are also like that. Well, I'm just talking from a toy perspective.
No, I know. I'm just saying because Ghost toys didn't do nearly as well as Build ones.
Sure.
Yeah, 'cause they did
But
well
I'm
as
saying
well.
that like technically it's the same
We'll get to that.
thing. But when you have that, those are like, you know, easy to push out. The Lupin Ranger toys are these big planes and cars and helicopters and trains and all these things. These big, huge things you smack on the end of the VS Changer, and that's your thing. And when you have that and you spend all the money to make that massive thing,
And then all it does is activate like a couple sounds in the VS Changer.
Like,
yes,
I love the sounds personally, but like
they're not much.
Yeah,
exactly. And the brilliant thing with like again going back to build the full bottles is that almost every toy that uses the full bottles, because everything uses full bottles, almost every toy has sounds, or at least semi-unique sounds, where like the and like funny little like Easter egg sounds that you wouldn't think of, like in the Nebula steam gun when you put in the Cobra bottle and it goes Lost Match.
That goes for any Lost bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
FYI.
Okay,
except Bat, because that's also an actual full bottle.
Yes.
Yeah, and like what was it? Actually, the magma bottle is just the dragon bottle.
Yes. There's a couple cheats in there, but that is like, that's a smart way to do it.
I feel like it's not really the toy design themselves, it's that with a team you have to have the same general sounds. You can't really
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't be you wouldn't be able to do like a whole fucking crack bottle situation with like
no,
a
you wouldn't.
team.
But there's that, and then you have like because I just want to like nerd out for a bit
that's
on
fine.
the really brilliant like design of ones like the Jiku driver and the Gamer driver, where the noises are not made by the belt or the device itself. The noises are made instead by the trinkets, and they don't have too many noises, so it's just a simple matter of getting the voice actor in to record like a couple things, and
now
then
I do want to.
you can put those out like with the same frequency and have those, and you can make like the nice cheap ones for like a low price, and the deluxe ones you can hike up a little more.
Rose,
Sorry,
you
go
were
ahead.
gonna say something?
I did want to correct on that the Gamer Driver is entirely just plastic and doesn't have any speakers in it, while
Yes.
the GQ Driver, has like the screen and stuff. But the thing is the GQ Driver has pins for like every rider series, so
Well,
even
not
if it
every
won't,
single one.
Even if
even
it
if they
doesn't have
want-
for every rider.
yeah, they can still just put it under that particular series. Now, I'm still
And
annoyed
more-
that the Mad Rogue Ride Watch is only
Yeah.
using the build pins and not the Rogue pins. But as Soraku is going to say, you can finish
Yeah,
the
they
sentence.
like regardless of like whether like whatever pins they use, the larger thing is that there is at least the possibility that every rider could have a ride watch, because that is something that is set up in the show, that like there's a ride watch. We see Genmu ride watch, and the toys are shown as the Grease ride watch, and all these other ones, and the show also had the Beast ride watch, and that sets a precedent that means that you can just pump out toys and make butt money.
Because the ride watches aren't too expensive to make, especially when they are the DX ones, and you don't have to worry specifically about people being like fans wanting to collect all of them, because one, they're cheap to make, and two, it's a Legend series. So if you make
And
a
not
ride
just-
watch,
And not just a
of a-
collect-a-thon thing, but
Yeah.
also like
if you make a ride watch of a rider that someone is a fan of, they'll want to buy that ride watch. I know I want to buy the
Exactly.
Mad Rogue one,
Of
even
course
though
you
it's not a DX one.
exactly, and it like there was wasn't on like the poll that they put up, that like there is like the possibility of Oja Blank, a form with like 10-20 seconds of screen time.
Yeah, they put up so to clarify this a little, they put up a poll on P Bandai,
Yes.
basically asking which
What they want DS.
What riders people want Bandai to make deluxe
it's a
ride watches of.
popularity contest of like riders and different rider forms. Top 5 will get DX watches, and there's some fucking weird shit on
I'm
there,
gonna
like
vote for Deno.
alternate Gaim
safe bet.
forms. What Deno forms are even on there? Because I'd be shocked if it would take the poll for them to make ride
rod
watches
form.
of anything besides sword form, because it's fucking Deno.
The
Come
thing
on.
is,
Deno,
like,
it's Deno number one, and
there-
number two.
There
the
is one.
prominence
There's
that
a couple
Deno-
things that I could see them doing. Stuff like fucking
Rose,
Nega Deno.
you're talking about a Kamen Rider series that has 10 plus movies.
I know. I'm saying I think it would be fucking weird for them to have for it to be like rod form will have to be one of the top 5 in this to get a ride watch.
Like
'cause,
obviously the main series one, like, but like shit like hijack form or skull form.
Yeah.
Like that. I
yeah,
could see.
those
Exactly. Yeah.
I
like
want those forms.
Like, but the fact that there is a precedent for something as fucking minuscule as Oja Blank means
Yeah.
that like you could just do anything with a ride. If there's a rider, you could make a ride watch.
I want a Rider Man
Finally.
ride watch right now.
If
Rider
there
Man.
is a rider form, there could be a ride watch.
Exactly.
Finally, all of the Zanki fans can get what they want.
Exactly.
All the fans of Habataki, all like
All the
0.06
Super One
of them.
fans are gonna get the ride watch.
Okay, I need to commend you, Zed. I went for a deep reference, and you went way deeper than I did.
What? With what?
No,
We
I
both
said
did Hibiki Riders.
no. I said no. I said it. I said that.
Yeah.
Zed didn't
Yeah.
say.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
gonna
For
say.
Soraku, I meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, all of the Kamen Rider Shuki fans.
Ah,
can finally
yes,
get
all
what
the
they
Kamen
deserve.
Rider Mad Rogue fans could get theirs. Oh
What?
wait, there is none.
Fuck you.
All the Kamen
It
Rider
was
G4
theirs.
fans
It was
could get their
theirs.
thing.
Finally,
Yeah.
I can have my
Okay, real
talk,
entire
G4's
world
real
out.
Okay, those. I'm about to do
Okay,
something
wait.
that'll hurt Alt. Ah, yes. Now all of the Kamen Rider the Next fans could get their stuff.
But
hate
real talk, the only reason I remember Havataki is because of the SIC Legend Deno, where he has like the medals of Havataki for that's like Legend Tatoba. So it's Tatoba but made of riders that are themed after the Tatoba animals. So it's Havataki, Tiger, and Ichigo.
Oh my god.
No, it's the real crime. We're gonna get a Skyrider right
And he just had,
Yeah.
and like the suit, he just it's like Tatoba, but it's colored after Havataki, Tiger, and Ichigo. But he also has the weapons of Havataki and Tiger.
Oh
So
my
he just
God.
has like Habataki's like staff thing, Habataki's spear thing, and he has Tiger's fucking claws.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, now all the fans of Kamen Rider Dragon Knight will get their Ride Watch.
Ah, yes,
No.
all those Alternative Zero fans will get their ride watch.
Yeah. This
Okay,
shit.
that's kind of a low blow.
The
considering
Kamen
Dragon-
Rider 4 fans.
Okay, fine, then alternative, not Alternative Zero.
No, I was talking to Zed about the Dragon Knight thing.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Well,
Like,
you got
'cause-
something against Dragon Knight?
Like, there's
I
a
got nothing
there-
against Dragon Knight, but that's
there
just kind of
is-
low hanging fruit.
there is a distinct possibility that there may be a Kamen Rider G ride watch at some point, and that just goes to show
Well,
to show how ridiculous this is compared to Lupin
Yeah.
Ranger vs. Pata Ranger, which is incredibly limited in what they can do with
Yeah.
the toys because the way that the
Like, they
The
can't even
sounds
really
were-
do, like, the thing with freaking Super Sentai is that they don't really do Legend Riders, or Legend Ranger stuff.
no, I know
No, they don't. This is a thing that is like mostly with riders and also with Ultraman, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't just mean like legend stuff. I mean more like
yeah, like,
you know,
in
like
general,
putting out
Just-
post-series stuff or like anything like that.
Exactly.
They can't do that.
yes, all the
there is a possibility that they can, but they don't. Is the thing.
Because they have very limited sounds in there. Build again, the build stuff. Yes, the sounds are in the drivers, but they still have, with the exception of the Splash driver, which has been screwed over by this exact thing. They still have pin layouts for blank sounds, so that the sounds can be filled in by something else later.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, now all Kamen Rider gay fans will have their Ride Watch.
I
You
forgot
talking about the
Kamen Rider
fucking manga?
The
No,
one from
no,
ZO.
not-
Or Zeto.
Kamen
Oh,
Rider
gay.
Gay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
thought you were
real-
talking about Hard Gay, that one.
No.
Hard gay ride watch.
Let's
No.
not get into this. Let's
No,
not
we
get
mean
into
Kamen Rider Gay, the real planned rider from
Or
the
Zeto. Yeah.
From Zeto, yeah. Kamen Rider gay.
Yeah, the
Like, literally spelled
real-
G-A-Y.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at it.
Gay. Another gay.
I hope they make a ride watch of him. Like we already have Gates, but I want one that literally just yells gay when you press the button.
Gay.
Gay.
Yeah,
A Ride Watch that just yells trans rights.
please. The cross one should have a buy rights button.
There needs to be a Ride Watch that flips over and says, "Help us fight AIDS."
Oh no!
It doesn't-
Don't do this.
Oh, yes,
don't
a
do
Ride Watch for Kamen Rider Chop Hopper.
Oh god.
Or, no,
this. I hate this.
I love Chop Hopper.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Okay, we've got to.
Okay, we gotta
We've
move on.
got
We gotta move
off
on.
topic.
I'm on
Okay.
time. No, you gay.
We've gotten off topic from it, but the point is that Lupin Ranger's toys are like really
Minimal.
poorly designed because there's not the
Poorly designed and
one-
poorly thought out.
the collectibles are pretty expensive to make for the things that don't actually make
Too
the
much,
noise. 2, that means they're expensive to buy, so kids don't want to collect them as much. And 3,
And parents don't want to collect them.
and 3, the actual gun is like really limited in what they would be able to do with it, like in terms of releasing collectibles that aren't in the series, because every single thing they design, well, they're gonna have to figure out what pin to put it under, and I don't know if there's even blank pins on the VS changer. And 2, they would have to put a ton more effort into designing something that isn't going to even be, advertised in the show. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Build, I fucking bought I fucking bought bottles that barely got used in it.
I got bottles that were never used in it. I got Penguin
Yeah.
Skateboard.
Yeah, like, I fucking wanted a dinosaur bottle just to get the evolved dinosaur noise, and that's probably never going to exist
Yeah.
because Dinosaur F1
That-
straight up isn't canon.
That is one thing that's kind of disappointing about, like, Kamen Rider toys, is, like, even if they can do it, they sometimes will just, like, with X-Aid, like, they could make new Gash hats forever.
They could, and
They
by all
won't.
rights they should, but
I'm
won't.
shocked
They
they
won't.
aren't.
Like,
Make
like
a Zeo
it-
Gash hat.
I get the mentality for why they don't, like, because like all the it's over. It's
Yeah.
been over for 2 years, but but you could still do it because the way X8 ended,
The game is forever.
the game is forever.
Yeah.
The bugsters still exist, and
They still haven't found a cure.
Yeah.
The thing, you literally the actual toys
Like, you could just...
all can be used in the thing.
But then
Like,
again, you
that's
don't have the
of
genius Dan
generation.
Caruso to make them anymore.
Yeah, no, but you showed precedent that Dan Kuroda doesn't have to make all of them.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
That
Because
Juju
Genmu
Burst
can.
was made by the other guy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that guy is now the CEO of Genmu. So you could stand to reason that he would,
Like, hey...
finagle something that he'd make more.
Hey,
for
can you
CR
make a
to use.
Zeoroid watch? It's like, oh, sure.
Zeo Gashat.
Like, he's-
Yeah, they could.
Was Neo Gashat?
Neo
What?
was Neo Gashat.
Waz makes the Zeo Gashat, and it's like, oh why? My fan game of Zeo.
Oh my god, I want that so
You
bad
are!
now.
Just Dan
Overlord
pops
of-
This
in
is
with
my-
red eyes.
This is my...
Overlord of Time.
It's like,
Zeo.
oh wait, we always forget about goddamn fucking the novel where there's two Dans.
We
Dan Kuroda 2.
we really need to forget about Dan Kuroto too.
No, we can't forget about him, Rose. If
We
we
can
don't,
never
if,
forget.
If we,
We
don't
can never be
remember him,
allowed-
who will?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Dan
worried
Kuroda.
about what Build's novel is gonna be like.
Wasbot RPG Maker.
Time Mao, Time Overlord Zeo, and Hero of Time Gates.
Yeah, they could keep making Legend Gashats or whatever. You know what? I bet they're gonna keep making ride watches of new
maybe.
new main riders.
The problem with that is they can't put
Because,
anything on
hey,
the screen.
Because there's precedent to do that.
They
Because they've done
can.
that before. They've done that before with Sentai. Remember,
Yeah.
they kept making Ranger keys.
Yeah,
Do they still make Ranger keys?
They still
now?
make Ranger keys.
they made
You-
him
you
at least
could-
up to Zyojir.
Yeah. And
so
I bet they're waiting until a couple more Sentais roll around before they
Yeah.
make another
Probably
set.
till the next anniversary.
yeah,
Yeah.
There's a
so
car alarm going on.
fucking I bet they're gonna keep making those, and there's not a problem with the pins because there's already a fucking pin layout that is the next pins
Yeah, but
that
Yeah.
would be perfect
But
for
don't-
any actually new
Yeah.
riders.
Also, if you want to say like any kind of reason how successful the to like just show how successful the
And
the
even
ride watches
okay,
are,
wait. I just thought of
they're-
something. You don't even need to make them regular ride watches. You can make them me ride watches.
You could
Yeah,
also
because
do
I was
that,
gonna say
yeah.
they are literally selling ride watches
Of
made
riders
up
that do
of
not exist.
made up.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
And
And
they're
they're
selling
selling
ride watches.
well.
They're selling ride watches of rides who don't fucking exist, and they're selling well.
And they're making
Exactly.
money. They're making a whole fucking B cinema for a rider that doesn't exist.
And the series and
They're
Zombie-
making
probably
this rider that
will.
doesn't exist because he sells well.
He's so cool.
You know what?
'Cause
This is a
guess what?
fucking
Japan
ninja.
likes dinosaurs and they like ninjas.
Okay, here's the thing. Why did we never had like a ninja dinosaur Sentai? We would
That's a good
make
question.
billions.
Why didn't they make Ryu Soldier
A ninja dinosaur
thing?
rescue Sentai.
No,
No, not
that's for if all Toku needs to be saved. That's the one that they
All
have.
of Toku needs
That's
to
the one
be
that they have to
saved.
put in 2 keys for. There's like 3 different like
It
metal
uses a
What, like a
mirror.
nuclear launch thing?
It's like they just have their fucking finger on the button.
Shino
like-
cute.
They have to hold down the button, and if
No, you have to call in
Toku's dying,
Saban to do
if
it.
Toku is dying, you have to
Oh.
lift your hand from the button, and then it immediately happens.
for the
Shino
ninja set.
Q
No,
Sentai.
it's like they just like we're out of options.
Cyber Ranger.
We're out of options.
No.
Rhea Soldier didn't work. Call Saban. He has the other key. Saban
For
comes
the
in.
ninjas.
John Toei comes in with the other key.
Saban stumbles in drunk.
Yeah, they put their
Ninja
key.
Dinosaur Cop Sentai.
They put their keys in. No, it just
Shino
No,
Q
Ninja Dinosaur
Sentai.
Rescue
it would
Sentai.
just no, it would just be Ninja and Dinosaurs. 'Cause
Yeah.
Those are the two.
Those
yeah,
are the
those
two
are the
big
two
ones.
those are the 2 pillars of Sentai.
Ninjas and dinosaurs. They just put their keys in, and the series is already made.
Yeah,
Ninja Dinosaur
and-
Car.
No, because the
No,
only
just-
reason they don't have that yet, they have not made that yet, is because that would probably hurt the economy in a way because more money is being put into it, is being made out of it than could ever be hoped.
Yeah, that's why it's the
To be
emergency.
yeah.
It's
If-
we might break our economy if we
We have
make
to call the
this.
Decker
we will
We
never
might-
we will never be this successful
We
again.
might destroy
we need
Earth's economy.
people to spend money so we can get taxes.
We
Make this Sentai.
we need people to spend. We need to make more money than people spend money. I don't know how that'll happen.
Yeah.
That doesn't
We
seem
need
like something
taxpayer
that.
dollars. Make the Sentai.
This is Shinzo Abe's final thing, and there'll be subliminal messaging that says "Have sex, have babies."
Have
Shinzo Abe.
Have
Shinzo
sex,
Abe's
buy
final,
toys.
Shinzo Abe's final flash.
And then they fuck up the subliminal
It's-
messaging so people go and use the Sentai toys instead.
No!
It's like that one scene in Dragon Ball Z where Vegeta has to sacrifice himself to kill Majin Buu.
And then
But
he
it's
doesn't.
Shinzo Abe, and he's like, it
Shinzo
doesn't work.
Abe's final vent.
He gives Kamen Rider a hug and then knocks it out to send it away. And then Shinzo Abe explodes and turns to rock. But then Japanese people still aren't having babies.
Because they're all too busy staring at the cool sacrifice tab.
It's like
They're
Majin
too
Buu reforming.
busy dinosaurs. Yeah,
He's like, no, this isn't what I needed.
And that's how in the future the Japanese became dinosaur hybrid people.
Oh god.
and that's where the aura came from. Final Fantasy 14.
Hey. Dinosaur.
Zing.
Got it
Okay, what is next on the docket we
What
talked
the
about?
fuck is that? Are we still going?
Yeah, we're still going. We still have to talk about Gagaga.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Tokusatsu Gagaga, right.
Yes,
Is
you
this the
nerds
last
talk
thing,
about
though?
Gagaga.
Just to be
That's
curious.
What?
Huh?
What?
Is this the last thing on the news?
We do also have to talk about some of the
We have to talk about Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. Yeah, we
Yes.
did also talk about Beast.
Beast
Or,
Yeah,
or,
man.
Well, I
Epsilon,
do have to go, so.
All right, later.
or Epsilon.
I
will
didn't
kill
have a
it.
week,
Bye,
so
Sano.
bye, everybody.
Tell
Bye.
Bye.
Ping Epsilon when we're going to talk about Beast Morphers so she could.
She can listen to the fucking podcast when it comes out.
All right. I just think it would be funny for her to be in the chat talking about it. So next up, we
Talk
gotta
about
talk
Cheetah getting
about
fired.
Tokusatsu Gagaga. And a quick rundown on that. It is a J-drama, or J-comedy? Or, I don't really know what to call it.
Yeah.
Sitcom?
J dramedy.
A live-action adaptation of a manga that's about a young woman who is a Toku fan and her everlasting
Closet,
struggle of dealing with the entire fact that the world will probably not accept her hobbies. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh,
And it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
She is a closet nerd, working as a office job, and she has to hide her Toku fangirlism from people. And that is the premise of it, and it is fucking amazing,
It's
actually.
great.
Partially because, the characters are fucking great, and partially because they really fucking get what it's like to be a Toku fan
Yeah.
way too much.
Like too
Like,
much to the.
The
Call me a
attention,
fucking-
the attention to detail in some places, like the fucking Toku like magazine she has, that it actually has pages that look like fucking
Scans.
Televikun scans relating to new Sentai, but it's about Jusho 1 is like way too in depth. If they did this as an anime adaptation, I imagine it wouldn't be like the
As
same
good, yeah.
feeling. Even if they did go in depth as
About the
with
stuff,
this,
but just
like,
having the Toku parts is like part
Jan
of the
person.
part of the love is from those Toku scenes that are just like too
straight
perfect.
up actual Toku scenes.
You should have
Yeah.
listened to more normal songs and not actual songs for your hobbies because you're such a big fucking nerd.
But then
Yeah.
she just writes it off as like, oh, I was like a little kid when I listened to this, and I know
And-
some of it.
Yeah, it was like she pictures the Toku characters during her life when she's like trying to hide being a nerd and stuff. She pictures like the monsters making fun of her being a nerd, and then she pictures
The heroes.
the Toku heroes encouraging her and stuff. It's great, actually.
Bad
I love.
Bate.
She's the main character's really cute. She's
Yeah,
great.
Nakamura's cute as hell. I love her.
Yeah.
Also, I've heard from a friend from Sota specifically that she was in it was it's like that one Toku show about like a fantasy team,
Yeah.
but it's like that really RPG
Oh.
thing where it's the one where basically the dude licks his knife and he's like, oh, it has poison on it. Oh,
It's the one.
Oh, I
I
shouldn't
know.
have licked it.
I know the one he's
I forgot
talking about. The one where the dude is like, "Have you guys ever looked at the back of the monsters and they have a zipper?" I
No,
did
that's
once.
after V.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about.
the hero Yoshiko. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's the
Oh
fucking
yeah,
hero
yeah.
Yoshiko.
Hiro Yoshiko. I thought he was talking about the specific Toku show.
Not
No.
that one. That one's just as funny.
Yeah,
though.
she's the main. She's the main girl from the Hiro Yoshiko,
Yeah.
and that's a great series. I love it. Go watch that.
She's a
shit.
hero now. She's a
Oh
real
yeah, we
hero.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real woman
She
hero.
has a supporting cast of Damien the kid,
Yeah.
who is the
child,
actual
yeah.
actual age range for
Jusho
Jusho 1. There's what's her name? The one other friend.
Taraja.
Her
woman.
mom friend.
No,
yeah.
Taraja woman.
Oh.
Yeah, Tariga lady, who is like 10 years older than her, I think.
Yeah, 10 years because she's like, wait,
Wait, you watched
Emma Jason?
Emma Jason when you were a kid? Wait,
It's
that
like,
means that you're
part
yeah.
of the age range of that. It's like, oh my god, I was in high school then.
They
Yeah.
talked about the asses of the Toku actors.
yeah,
and it's like,
there's
yes.
literally a bit where she's like showing pictures of the suit actor's ass for Tariga, and it's like, this is too real.
It's like, it's the most important part.
This is what this is what conversations between Toku fangirls are actually like.
Yeah.
Toku fans in general.
You guys
You
have
should know
seen
we
this.
watched you and Epsilon talk about.
Yeah, I was about to say, you
Yeah.
guys
How
have
thirsty
seen
you
me
are
and
for
Epsilon
dudes.
talk about it.
Thirsty.
I wonder if we, then there's the Yakuza man who's into freaking basically Precure.
Yeah, he loves
Yeah.
Precure. It's great.
Yeah.
It's just as real,
Oh,
not
jeez.
if so more.
I'm sorry for being a disgusting nerd.
Oh.
For being a fucking nerd.
And then Tariga lady's like, no, it's fine. If you love something, it shouldn't matter what age or gender you are.
Yeah.
And it's like that's
Yeah,
good.
that's pretty good. That's a good lesson. There's some things I've seen from them manga that are like, I'm looking forward to being animated or not animated.
Oh yeah,
but-
I hear there's bits where like they start getting into like seeing like toy magazine leaks of the next
Yeah.
show or something
Oh,
like that
shit.
in the manga.
Well, no,
Oh,
like-
no.
Real shit.
it's like the person who wrote this manga knows.
They fucking know. Yeah.
It's like, ah, shit, and like there's a moment recently that made me realize that the Japanese fan base isn't that different from the American fan base. And it was this moment I saw
boy.
on Twitter of a Japanese fan that's going, "Oh, I guess the American audience also argues about what O's final form is." And the person just posted a whole bunch of Google translated things from people in English to Japanese, and
Yeah.
they're just arguing. It's like, oh no, it's not Puto Tirana, it's Super Tatoba. And one dude is like, no, it's love, love, love.
yeah.
Man, we're all fucking idiots.
Okay, question to everybody on this podcast: what's O's final form?
Tajidor.
Terra.
Puto
Tajidor.
It's Puto.
Lost the Ankh Tajidor. Pardon me.
Yeah, Ankh Tajidor I will also accept though.
But I think it's Puto Terra.
Gata
Yeah.
Bariba. Gata.
I fucking love Putotira. It's super goddamn cool. But Ankh Tajidor.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think, but
They do
Putotira's the final
treat
form.
Puto. They are right now treating Putotera as the
No,
final
but there are
form
other
because-
places where it's seen, like in the fucking mobile game.
I
where they
said
use...
right now.
No, yeah, right now, and like what the newest incarnation of the City Wars thing where it has Tajidor on it.
That's weird because they're releasing a Putotera ride watch, and that's the one that actually has separate pins.
Yeah, it's like,
Like with all
they
the-
can't
like with-
decide.
Like
Bro,
with
it's
all
your
the
cut-
other.
And remember Heisei Gen final.
Well, no, they had to because
oh,
Putotera didn't have.
What?
Putotera was
That's
destroyed.
true. Yeah, Putotira is destroyed, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with Putotera being a final form is they can't bring it back ever because of its narrative importance.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's
are
like
you gonna
you
hate me
can't...
for this?
What?
You're gonna hate me for. Okay, so like Mafia City, but with O's.
Oh my god, shut up.
That's
They
how-
can bring
That's how
like
greed works.
literally Super Tatoba is a like the alternative to not being able to bring back
Yeah. But it was only a
Putotira.
movie form only. Once.
Yeah.
And he never
I
used it
cried.
again.
But no, he does use it again because
What?
in the Wizard epilogue.
Oh yeah.
Where in the Wizard epilogue where they all get into their final forms, and also Den-O, despite it just being Momo, is in liner form.
Yeah, because again,
Yeah.
that's weird. Anyway.
Final
but,
forms are dumb.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more Tokusatsu Gagaga. The little kid's cute in how he pictured, like in the newest episode, he's like going down the tunnel. He's like, "Oh, this is actually a secret base."
Yeah, that's
That's
cute.
And it's great. It's a great series. Also, the one glasses lady, I forget her name.
Yeah, she's just
Or the pocket
thirsty
idol
for
thing.
this. Yeah, I think she might. Oh, right. You mean her? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I meant the one they were trying to get
Oh, yeah,
as
the one they're trying,
as their
yeah, she
sixth
was-
ranger,
But,
but
she's
she's just
like,
thirsty for one actor and like
and she's-
skips over all
yeah,
the robot
she's like, oh, there's all
scenes.
this weird like transformation stuff and robot stuff. I just skipped over that. It's like, no, that's the best part.
Yeah, it's just
She's like,
no,
that's not the best part. He's the best.
No,
It's like-
because she's trying to like covertly turn her into a Toku fan.
No, that's what the thirsty girl is like. It's like, no, he's the best part,
Oh.
not the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
but she doesn't like say it all outright. She's just like, because she doesn't go like because they're trying to covertly turn her into a Toku fan. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're like, oh, my friend lent me these videos and that actor.
Yeah,
loves
then we
it."
have the idol group fan
Yeah.
lady who's like super ashamed of it,
Yeah.
and she's the actual sixth ranger apparently.
Yeah, because like but like they're having a rivalry right now because she thinks that the main girl's open about her fandom, but she's totally not,
Yeah.
and it's great. Like the entire series is great. Watch it. I'm looking forward to more, and yeah, that's about it about that. And next, I think that's about it.
Power
for me.
Rangers.
Oh yeah, Power Rangers. Yeah.
Beast
Yeah,
Morphers,
so-
more
Beast
stuff.
Well,
More.
We've
we'll
got-
talk
we've
about
got the
Beast
toys.
Morphers. There,
We've got
after we talk about Beast Morphers, I would like to talk about the other Power Ranger thing that came up, which is very close to me and my hobbies.
Yeah.
Alright.
So Power Rangers, they have shown off some of the Beast
Toys.
Morphers
Oh,
roleplay
right, yeah.
toy line, which means we finally know what the fuck the deal with the weird gun that Red had in some of the official art was.
Yeah.
Which is they're giving Red a ton more
Focus.
weapons,
Yeah.
which is weird, but that's fine.
Red, stop getting all these weapons.
That's-
Stop.
well,
Stop,
that
they have
is
too many weapons.
that is sort of like a thing that Power Rangers
Yeah.
does a little often in Sentai, where they focus a
Yeah,
little
with the
harder
battle
on the red.
licence.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up that the Beast Morphers mask line is currently only red and blue. Like, where the fuck is yellow? I know
Yeah.
she's a girl, but where the fuck is she?
No, why would anybody want to wear that?
Why would girls like Power Rangers?
Epsilon literally cosplays as Yellow Buster.
But who cares?
So,
Beppy Salon, Beppy.
it's interesting how it appears that the version of the Go Busters sword that they're making actually kind of looks better than the toy version of the Go Busters sword.
Yeah.
The design for
'cause
the
it's-
original
It's Hasbro, and Hasbro spends money on things.
The designs for the cheetah weapons actually look really nice.
Yeah.
It's a shame that it's so much more focused to red, but they just do that. And I'm not sure if they fit with the existing aesthetic of Go Busters entirely, but I'm not upset about them because, again, they're cool fucking designs. And considering the Power Rangers Twitter also just posted something, it's just like, who's ready to unleash the beasts, and then the pictures activate beast power. I feel like they might, actually fucking activate. They might actually announce when the fuck the show is starting, because apparently it's in March now, but we don't know when the fuck that is.
Yeah, but that's 2 months away, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But besides that, there's not much to talk about with Beast Morphers. We haven't gotten any new information besides those toys.
Yeah,
they are cool looking toys, but something important that I really care about that's coming in April is it's less about that I care about like it existing. I care about the genre it is in, and that is Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Battle for the Grid, yeah.
In case to viewers of the show who haven't really paid attention to my other I haven't actually done any streams of fighting games. Who don't know me personally, I am a gigantic nerd for fighting games. I love them. So new fighting games coming out is always a big treat to me. And while I'm not the biggest fan of Power Rangers, I am a big fan of fighting games. So I am interested to see how this does. I've seen gameplay footage of it. It looks a bit
jank.
Yeah, it looks a bit janky, but I kind of expect that for a $20 game. So I don't expect
it is a $20 game. Yes, that is an important thing to point. That's an important thing to point out. From any criticism, Zed or I will level at it.
From looking from the gameplay, it looks like it's going to be like a weird mix of like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, because from what I've seen, and if you another popular fighting game critic and player, Maximilian Dude, you can watch him on YouTube or Twitch. I watched the gameplay through his channel, and he points out that it seems to have like an active tag system, but also like something from Infinite where you just have the other person come in and continue the combo.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see.
And if you just look at it, it's obvious that it's going to be a team game, because you'd see multiple health bars.
And they said that it's going to be a team game. And a big thing that I'm interested to see is like what other characters are going to be in the game, because I think at this point they're planning on for the base roster to be 20 characters, and while 20 characters is
sounds fine
number,
normally.
In a team-based fighter, especially a 3v3 fighter, it's not that big. It's
not that big. Number one, and number two, it's
very limited.
As a fan of Power Rangers, that list seems almost technically smaller when you consider that among that roster are at least 3 different versions of Tommy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Five Tommy team.
So far, we know that the original Green Ranger is going to be in it, and we know
and that there's a pre-order bonus to unlock the Green Ranger V2 skin, which is not from any official anything. The Green Ranger V2 skin's from a fucking YouTube video.
Yeah, and I believe it's already been confirmed that Lord Draken is going to be in it, which is like bleh. And
it's like stop adding Tommy versions and instead add different characters.
If Carter Grayson is not in this game, I'm not buying it.
Like
if
I don't
Dylan,
really have.
They should also have, like a fair variety with the character colors rather than just doing reds and bonuses.
That will be it'll honestly be kind of weird to have alternate colors for a Power Ranger.
No, I'm not saying alternate colors. I'm saying have the roster include
not just all
blue
red.
Rangers and yellow Rangers and pink Rangers.
I know, but I'm just saying from a personal point of view that Like most fighting
More
games,
specifically,
And looking at it, I do have to say it doesn't look all that interesting and unique. It looks like a generic fighter that just has Power Rangers in it. None of the like locations you see, like
like
you watched more gameplay. Are there any like iconic looking?
they haven't shown
locations?
too many. They've only shown like one stage. So
Well,
it's-
Yeah,
Kamen
one
Rider-
stage which is like a ruined city or some
Yeah.
shit, right?
Kamen Rider games are bad about like iconic locations as well.
yeah,
No,
but, like,
not
the iconic
necessarily.
locations are-
No.
But like the iconic
Not
locations are
necessarily.
iconic to a Kamen Rider fan. It's like, oh, they're doing the fucking warehouse that they always shoot in. But to like
Or they're
Yeah.
doing, or they're doing that that one drainage channel.
yeah. But to
they
a
shoot
normal
everything in.
person, that's a boring warehouse. A
Yes,
boring
but still, but
parking lot. But
but
then
still,
you look at
like-
something from like Darkstalkers, and you're like,
Feats
Yeah,
of
sure,
God.
but
yeah,
but, like,
Fetus
for-
of God.
yeah, but
I-
but for like for a Power Rangers fighting game, like think about it, you would fucking love like wouldn't you fucking love a stage in like in like the hallways in TerraVenture, or like a stage in in the SPD headquarters, or a stage in the upstairs weird gym thing in Jungle Fury.
Or like a stage inside the fucking command center with like
Yeah.
Zordon just in the back, just going, I'm Zordon, I'm Zordon.
Yeah.
But no, it's like it looks like it's not. It looks like it's
I'm just
it
posting
it
a
looks like it's
picture of
not
Fetus of
doing
God.
enough to be a. It doesn't look like a Power Rangers fighting game. It looks like a fighting game with Power Rangers in it.
Yeah.
I'm just posting a picture of Fetus of God because fuck Fetus of God.
I just want Dylan from RPM in it, because honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be bothered if they put Red RPM Ranger in there, but I feel like Dylan as a whole is more. would be
Scott's
better
cool.
as-
Dylan's cooler.
Yeah. Dylan, it would be the best representative of RPM, I feel.
Just put
Yeah.
all
Dylan-
RPM in.
Dylan is just as much. Yeah, yes, it's Power Rangers, so it's a team thing. But like, while I usually have Red as sort of the main character, Dylan is just as much a main character as Scott is in RPM. In fact, I'd argue Dylan is more of the main character than Scott is.
Dylan is
He's-
more the main character because like he
He is the focus character early on. He's the one you see the
driving out in the
Corinth-
desert in his car and shit.
He's the one you see Corinth like through the eyes of at first. He is the one with he's the
one you see
ranger.
not only Corinth through the eyes of, he's the one you see the Rangers through the eyes of.
He is the ranger with the most personal ties to the antagonists, not the character with the most personal ties, because that would be Dr. K, but the ranger with the most, because he is literally like a fucking Showa rider, which may be part of the reason why I like him so much, because he's a fucking cyborg that got modified by Venjix.
And that his sister also became a cyborg modified by Venjix, but like she was brainwashed into thinking she wasn't a cyborg.
So
she was
she's
just an android.
So she's basically Shadow Moon, kind of.
Yeah,
Moon Shadow.
Yeah.
and RPM's good.
Mhm.
But like there are if you had to pick like one ranger per series, then Dylan is the one you pick for RPM. Carter's the one you pick for Lightspeed. Because he's Carter fucking Grayson.
Yes.
I'm a loser that likes extra rangers more than normal rangers. So like if I added since I'm not really a big fan of Power Rangers, I do prefer Super Sentai, and
Right.
that's most
Yeah,
of
that's
what I've
fair.
seen. And I just want my Abare Killer and my Geki Chopper Violet.
I want
Yeah.
Quantum Ranger. I just cause
Well, Virgil, yeah.
I just
Well, yeah.
look at this.
Look at this!
Well, the problem with you said Geki Violet or Chopper?
Either one. I'd like either one.
The
'Cause-
problem with the Jungle Fury Rhino Ranger is that he doesn't get a whole lot of screen time in Jungle Fury. He comes in way the fuck in the tail end.
Same with Geki Chopper,
Oh, well.
but I still love them. And
Especially
like
Chopper.
I've seen reviews, I've seen some clips from Jungle
Another
Fury.
odd thing is that you
and
look at him and you can't unsee the one Russian dude from Daredevil.
But I still I've seen the character and I do kind of like him from what I've seen from Jungle Fury. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, I fucking love Geki Chopper's design, and I
Yeah,
also love Geki Violet's design.
Yeah,
Dougie
those
Doug.
are definitely good choices.
And
Yeah, it's fun. You know, if you put in,
and the thing is, like, screen time doesn't really matter because they don't seem to be really care. It's not like Dragon Ball FighterZ where all the moves are based off like this particular fucking shot of Goku doing this specific kick.
yeah,
It seems like because like from the gameplay I've seen, like Red Ranger has or Jason has this one attack where he's like he dashes forward and he's like surrounded by like a Tyrannosaurus
what?
head.
Okay, like I can I say that right there, what you just did on accident is the problem that I have with this, is that you're just viewing them as the Rangers and not as the characters.
Well, no, again, that's me as a person.
I understand, but at the same, like, you do that because you don't have that connection to Power Rangers. I also do that though when I look at this game. I don't look at this game and see
Carter.
I don't look at this game and I see Jason. I don't even look at this game and I see Tommy. I look at this game and I see Green Ranger, Red Ranger, Yellow fucking Super Mega Force Ranger for some suicidal reason.
I see fucking I just see Gokai Yellow because I don't give a shit about Super Mega Force.
And I don't give a shit about Power Rangers.
Who's
and I
gonna
see
remember
fucking
Operation
Geki and
Overdrive?
Burai.
But that there it seems to me a failing because like.
But honestly, that
shouldn't the larger appeal of Power Rangers shouldn't the more proper appeal of Power Rangers? No, you know what? I was about to say
I understand what you're saying, but
literally every other Power Rangers game never focuses on the Ranger on the
But even
the
then, even
personalities
pop
of them. It just
culture as
focuses
in
on their
general,
Rangers.
Even pop culture as in general does not see them as their characters. They see them as like the Red Ranger or there's the Green Ranger.
Guys,
Tommy is the only one.
But even then, they don't see them as Tommy.
Yeah, but even then, they don't give a shit about Tommy as a character. They just go, "Ooh, Tommy, he's so cool. Ooh, I gotta jerk my dick off to Tommy the Green Ranger."
Just, it's an entire issue that I'm gonna see this game is like, okay, how many of these Rangers do you recognize, and how many of the
Why doesn't Red Ranger, the largest of the group, simply not eat the others?
Just who the fuck remembers Operation Overdrive and Mystic Force?
Like, the thing is, like, just looking at the cast. Okay, so we have 20 spots for base roster. You cannot put every single, especially since we already have 3 characters from, and potentially 4 characters from friggin' Mighty Morphin. Yeah,
you can't fit every season into that roster, so I hope that Super Mega Force is the only.
And I hope we don't get any other fucking Mighty Morphin.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's how you make a game like this work. You put a representative of each team, only one,
again,
and their extra ranger.
But no, Olt, I'm saying you literally can't do that because there's only 20 spots.
And there's more than 20 seasons of Rangers.
Yeah. They're doing DLC probably.
Yeah.
For the rest of them.
I think they're doing free DLC.
No, I'm saying even if you put again, I'm saying even if you get just one, there's more than 20 seasons.
You cut out Mega Force.
No, like we already have a Mega Force Ranger.
It's already confirmed. That's Mega Force Yellow
that file.
And even then, we have 4 from fucking Mighty Morphin. We have Red Ranger, we have Green Ranger, we have Lord Draken, and we have the fucking because based off one of the pre-order bonuses, you get a fucking Pink Ranger skin, which I'm guessing is going to be for the Ranger Slayer or whatever her fucking name is. And that's not even including the comics, which they could easily put in whatever the Nebula Ranger or whatever.
And they've said they want to fucking add in villains as well as Rangers.
Yeah,
so
that is true. Yes, they want to.
So you're gonna get Rita Repulsa or Goldar.
That is a smart thing. That is a good call.
But in
Yeah,
the end, you're going to get
I want
Rita
Goldar.
Repulsor or Goldar.
I want
Yeah.
Goldar more.
which
Or
means
Zed.
more
Gonna get
Mighty
the
Morphin.
more fucking. Can we get Ivan Ooze? Can
No.
we get Ivan
Yes.
Ooze, please?
No.
Please
Yes.
get Ivan
No.
Ooze. 'Cause
Yes. No.
Because no, you can't have Ivan Ooze because that could easily give the president to put in the movie only versions.
Precedent. Yeah.
Of
Yeah, you're fine.
the-
You're right.
So yeah, sorry, no Ivan Ooze, please.
What
Because
about
that's
what
more
about,
Mighty
the
Morphing.
Okay, well, the Titanium Ranger. Can I have that?
Hopefully, yeah. You could have the Titanium
I just
Ranger.
want. I just
Because
want
this
the
is
Quantum
Power
Ranger.
Ranger. That is one thing about this being a Power Rangers thing is that potentially you can have the thing for just that are only Power Rangers only characters like the
Hey
Spirit
Rose,
Rangers.
the Spirit Master Rangers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I was
can.
about to say add those.
Even though I know 100% they're not going to put them in.
So I want
know what?
I want the sexy bat.
Yeah.
They're not real. They're not real fans if they don't put those characters.
The thing is, I have.
Justin Wong! Justin Wong, tell him to put the fucking Bat Spirit
And
Ranger in the
The
game.
one thing I would
Just-
like.
Jay Wog, sit down and watch every season of Power Rangers. They're all on Netflix.
Jay Wong, you use your Wong factor
Jay-
right
use-
now to put all those characters in.
Jay
there.
Wong, please use your Wong factor to please put in Masked Rider DLC. And not Masked Rider, you put in fucking Furbus.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you
You
myself.
put fucking Furbus as a DLC only character.
And
Gotta get
introducing
you some-
Furbus.
Introducing Furbus, that's exactly what you call the DLC pack.
I feel like that would be disrespectful to Vern Troy.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, you could potentially put in the Big Bad Beetleborgs DLC.
Oh, shut up.
What? Or VR Troopers.
Put in a Big Bad Beetleborgs DLC, but it's actually secretly just Kabuto.
Big Bad Beetleborgs V2 skin. Just
I
Kabuto.
hate this. I hate this.
But, you could also put VR Troopers if you want. Or, you're gonna love when I say this. Fucking Gridman DLC.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes.
Fucking Superhuman Cyber Squad. Let's samurais!
Human Samurai Summer Squad.
But yeah, like I will play this game probably for a day, depending on the fucking mechanics and how it holds up. Because just looking for that the early trailers, it does look a bit rough, and like I have to look at what kind of options and shit they have, because like good mechanics could save a fighting game. Because like there's like a lot
Infinite.
like I like anime fighting games a lot, mainly because of the mechanics, but also because it's anime and I like anime. But like one thing that happened with Maximilian was that he planned to play freaking Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle for a fucking day, but he liked the mechanics so much that he kept playing it. And I'm hoping that this game has the mechanics behind it that'll keep me interested.
Hopefully.
But
Hopefully.
it is a $20 game, so I'm keeping my expectations low. And we'll just have
Zed.
to wait till April when this game comes out.
At least
Zed.
it's cheap.
If this game turns out bad, here's the consolation prize. We can go into Mugen and we can just make our own fighting game out of this.
I mean, yeah, like really, you could just
Melty. We just
In the
reskin
end-
Melty Blood.
In the
Just
end,
reskin
no
Melty
matter
Blood.
what happens, I'm modding this game to have Super Sentai sounds.
I'm modding
This is an important thing that actually makes me really happy about this game, and
What?
not really any other fighting games has done much with this, is that this is going to be cross-platform between Xbox One, Switch, and PC. So,
Ooh.
The PS4,
PS4
being
is-
omitted from that is not the developer's decision, but because Sony is shit about that.
yeah. And yeah, so that is one thing I'm looking forward to. If you guys get it on Switch or PC, I will be able to play with you, which makes me very happy. But who the fuck's getting this on Xbox One? Because nobody has an Xbox One.
He's gonna.
One thing
No,
that
you
is-
two could throw heads with Zed.
I am you could throw hands with me anytime you fucking want if you play a fighting game. I play most fighting games that's not NetherRealm. And I play fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, I play fucking Blaze Blue, I play Guilty Gear, I play fucking everything. Because I like fighting games a lot. Third Strike for life, baby. But one thing I am worried about this game is that one, it does come out after DMC 5, so eesh, not a lot. I don't know if people will still be playing DMC 5 by then, But also, this game does come out right before MK11, and while I don't give a shit about MK11, I know a lot of people that do. So,
Oh,
yeah.
oof.
So I am hoping this doesn't get drowned out by... Again, this is $20. It is kind of a steal. So
Yeah, but it still might get drowned out by MK
and
if
DMC5.
it's just before it.
yeah, and DMC5 since it's right after it.
Yeah, probably more MK than DMC since, different genres.
Yeah, like the fighting game, it'll be if for the fighting game players. No, I have a feeling like the one thing that has me hope is that since Jaewong is working on this, I hope his expertise with the versus genre, since he did one Evo that 1 year for MVCU or MVC3, and I hope that he can make this game fun, and I hope that it is fun. Because
yeah, same.
He has to put all of his Wong factors into the game. So
I would like it if they could if this Power Rangers game would then show Bandai Namco that, hey, there's a market for a good rider fighting game that isn't an arena fighter.
My biggest dream for a fighting game is a fucking Kamen Rider game made by fucking Arxis.
Same.
Because I would like that fucking fighters tech on a fucking Kamen Rider game. Like, I want that anime fucking style of, like... Huh?
I want a Sentai game that was made by Platinum. That's my
it would be cool,
Same.
but, like, if I'm saying from a fighting game standpoint, because I would like a Kamen Rider game that is made by Platinum also. As from a fighting game, I would like Arc System Works, because I would like that Dragon Ball Fighters and Grand Blue Versus tech, so it just makes fucking Kamen Rider super anime.
Yes.
Okay, let's take this for let's take this idea for a spin. A Platinum Rider game. Which rider?
You just do the most latest rider.
Decade.
Yeah,
most likely they would do the latest rider.
Yeah, the latest one. Yeah.
No,
So, like, right now
I feel like the game would take too long to still be good and relevant.
I don't know.
Well, that's the problem.
Yes, that's the problem. So
stop fucking saying decade alt.
Like we heard you the first time.
Alt's right. Because what you do is you don't do the current one. You do one of the big past ones. But you do Ichigo, you do Kuga, you do Black Decade.
X8.
Or you have some way of having, like Decade or Zeo would work in a way of like having all of them.
Because you put the words "playable Dan Crudo" on the front of your game, and you're selling fucking millions of copies.
Well, but you can do that with a Decade game.
Yeah,
you just have a game where you play as like Neo Decade, and you just have a game where Tsukasa goes on an adventure, and you have him like you bring Masahiro in. He would probably love to do it.
He would love to.
You bring Masahiro in and you go, okay, character action game with Kamen Rider Decade, and like as you go through the levels, like
the thing I worry about with the Decade one is that you can't like a moveset is a bit like you can't have like different moves, like specific moves like based off like different writers, like, but I feel like a style switch mechanic wouldn't be as prevalent.
I have 2 words for you.
There's too many.
Violent emotion.
I mean, no, I know that's what I mean. Like, you could just have different moves, but like one thing I do like in most of my character action games is a style switching mechanic. Like in Bayonetta, you can switch weapons. What?
Guys, you're all idiots. It would be a Deno one.
Oh, fuck off! You're right. It would be a Deno one, and you'd have
that would be Kuga.
Form.
It wouldn't be Kuga because it would be Deno because it's the most fucking popular one.
And if there was a Kuga video game, it'd be made by the Yakuza team.
Yeah.
And it would just be an adaptation, a drawn-out adaptation of the show.
Yeah.
What's to do an Agito game?
You're all fucking idiots because fucking Kamiya's favorite Kamen Rider is Faiz.
Oh my god.
Joke's on you.
No, I'm fucking wrong. I'm fucking wrong. His favorite's Ryuki.
Oh, okay, yeah, Ryuki would be fine too.
Yeah, and that's what you get because Kamiya is like, no, I want to do fucking Ryuki.
Yeah,
you do Cavalier Angelo style combos with the survive form.
Yeah, Ryuki could totally work.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Because I just watched the Pan Pizza video about Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah, make Anarchy Reigns with
Anarchy reigns Ryuki. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Because
Kill them all. Kill them
Pan
all.
mentioned that they could probably do that
And
style
then you just
of
say,
game again, but with a licensed one.
Kamen Rider Ryuki from the creators of Madoka Magica. Then
Shut
you're pulling
up.
those anime fans in.
Shut up. Fuck off.
Anyway, that's about all I have to say about Battle of the Grid in general. It's like, I hope it's a good game. It's $20, it's Steal, and you can play with your friends, everybody that doesn't have a PS4.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe one day they can add crossplay with PS4, because fuck, like...
When Sony stop being bitches.
Yeah, basically. And I hope that day comes. But, that's about it for the news segment of our podcast. Next, we would talk about weeks, because that's about all we can talk about.
Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because technically, I do want to point out this isn't just a week thing. This is also a, if we want to talk about something, we could talk about it thing. That's not Toku related, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is technically 3 weeks anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, this is really talk about something you want to talk about that's not Toku related, just to keep it.
Okay, because my week, you all know you all know what my week
Yeah.
I've just been playing 14.
Yeah.
Playing 14. What my 3 weeks has been. I've been playing 14, Tekken 7, and Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, if Rose wants to take the reins on the other big thing that happened yesterday, then she is more than welcome. Because
I'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Because I want to talk about this article I'm looking at right now.
What is it?
Disney says it's never been good at video games, remains happy with EA's work. The Walt Disney Company has a quote-unquote good relationship with Electronic Arts and has no interest in returning to video games, something with which it was never able to quote-unquote demonstrate much skill, Disney CEO Bob Iger said in an early earnings call Tuesday. We're good at making movies and television shows and theme parks and cruise ships and the like. We've just never managed to demonstrate much skill on the publishing side of games.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you fucking have.
Look at the fucking Buzz Lightyear game on fucking PS1. That was good.
Look at
the fucking the Goof Troop SNES game.
Yeah. Well, I think they mean
remember
specifically Disney Interactive, and that game was third party by Capcom.
Yeah, remember the Capcom ones? Some of those were pretty good.
Yeah, like Darkwing Duck, fucking DuckTales.
Iger said in response to a question about Disney's potential future involvement in video games development. Walt Disney Company has been shedding its video game development. They always do this. They always go, let's get into video games. And then, regardless of the success or failure of their efforts, they get bored of it and scrap it.
I remember, what was it? What was the fucking Toys to Life game that they had?
Infinity.
Yeah,
this article talks about
wasn't
it.
That pretty good? I remember.
Yes.
It was fine. They were making good money.
Disney has been shedding its video game development and publishing interest almost as long as it's been in the business of making interactive entertainment. Over the course of decades, Disney has created and purchased studios and publishers only to later shut them down. In 2016, Disney discontinued the highly regarded Disney Infinity franchise and closed down its developer, ending all self-publishing efforts.
Oh yeah, that's right. They fucking is LucasArts even still a thing anymore?
No,
No,
LucasArts.
That died a long time ago.
LucasArts died when they got
yeah,
LucasArts.
Exactly. Disney.
Yeah, that's why
fucking...
I don't think. Can you still buy Day of the Tentacle and all that shit?
Yes, like I know not that I don't know about Day of the Tentacle in particular, but I know that Raven. That Raven. Raven Software, who made the Dark Forces games, and the Dark Forces and Jedi Knight games. They in that moment, they went on Steam and they put all those games out on Steam, and you can still get them on Steam.
Yeah.
The Day of the Tentacle remaster on Steam is from Double Fine anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
and
Lucas Arts, which made some fantastic games like Day of the Tentacle,
and even like even the lesser but like still like Diamond in the Rough games like Star Wars Bounty Hunter or the episode 3 or the episode 3 tie-in,
yeah, and well, I like when I think of LucasArts, I honestly try not to think of Star Wars games. Like, I know
Yeah,
that
sure.
that's a big part of it, but like, I do try to think of the non-Star Wars related stuff, like
Yeah, like Hit the Road and
Sam Max and fucking.
Both developers of Sam & Max games are gone now.
Well, goodbye, Sam Max. You'll be missed.
that effort continued in 2018 with the closing of Club Penguin Island and the sale of Emoji Blitz.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, I forgot they fucking closed Club Penguin. I forgot they owned Club
Didn't they
Penguin.
bring it back though?
It's
They
some shitty
did,
new
and they
version.
closed it. They did, and then they closed it.
Fuck.
That's what this is talking about. Walt Disney also partnered with Electronic Arts in 2013, granting the developer suicidal exclusive video game rights to this Star Wars franchise. That decision was thrown into question recently with EA's handling of a number of its Star Wars games. Star Wars Battlefront 2 came under fire for its use of questionable microtransaction loot boxes, and EA recently announced that it had killed off one of its games. Matter of fact, isn't Battlefront 2 the only new game? Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, aren't those the only new games EA has put out since they got
Let me see.
the new Star Wars games?
EA Star Wars games.
To clarify, because Sano brought this up in text chat, Sam & Max is still purchasable on GOG and stuff. It's just that the whole reason I sounded like that is just because I really want the cliffhanger in season 3 to be resolved.
I feel like it's only been Battlefront and Battlefront 2. There have been other EA published or developed games like Rebel Strike, Jedi Outcast, Galaxies. I believe those are also EA.
Remember?
Yes, but those were before the exclusive. So I mean, like since the exclusive thing.
Since the exclusive thing, I think they've only made
because they keep fucking canceling shit.
Because
they keep canceling things because EA's brain dead. EA's higher ups are brain dead and think that single player games don't sell.
Do you guys
want? And so
if they don't have Chewbacca? Where's Chewbacca? And
it's not that they don't sell. It's that it's harder to monetize them through vicious microtransactions if they aren't multiplayer things where you can make them pay to win.
Because fucking Battlefront 2, that kind of ruined the sales of Battlefront 2.
And now they're going, are they still going to court with Belgium over their right to microtransact?
I don't know, because they removed the whole thing from. Well, I don't know.
Yes, they removed it, but
I remember in Belgium
they removed it.
They tried to they did a whole thing where they were trying to do a social media thing for Belgium because I think it was for NBA 2K19. Where they were
EA,
or FIFA or something.
EA were taken to court over FIFA loot boxes and spent months ignoring it, but they are now going to be removing it from FIFA Ultimate Team and future FIFA titles.
Because this is what happens when the video game industry gets too fucking obsessed with microtransactions, they get them fucking illegal.
Exactly.
Which is fine by me.
Everyone else is sitting there looking at EA going, thanks, greedy fuckers, you ruined it for the rest of us.
Yeah, except
meanwhile the consumer is like, great, now we have to pay less for one game.
Great, I don't have to spend $200 on a single game for all the DLC.
And hopefully Young Yak can get back to covering upcoming leaks and news about games.
This is one thing that annoys me because yesterday
about microtransactions all the time.
Yesterday I just got back from the Dragon Ball Super movie and I was sitting there going, you know what? I feel like maybe buying Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 because I want to make my own Piccolo. And then I open the thing. It's like, oh, it's right now. There's a Steam sale. It's like, oh, it's $12. Maybe I'll do it. I looked at the DLC. The total amount of DLC would be $90, and I was like, no, thank you. I don't want this amount of DLC.
That's fucking. Oh, that's nothing. Have you seen on okay, so you know, Dead or Alive 5 had a free-to-play version, Core Fighters.
Yeah, Core Fighters. But all the DLC that comes up to like $300 or something.
I think it comes up to part of me, there's a tiny little thing evil little thing in the back of my head that wants to say that it's like 1,000 or something.
Well, that's how much Train Simulator is.
No, yes, that is it. Yeah, Train Simulator is the one with like $1,000 of DLC.
Yeah. Little Big
And remember-
Planet is also ridiculous about it because it's got a lot of tie-in DLC
Because
costumes
not only
and stuff.
does it have a lot of tie-in DLC, but it is backwards compatible with all the other DLCs. So Little Big Planet still counts. Little Big Planet 3 still counts all DLC. It still gives you the content for all DLC from Little Big Planet 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Even though some of the things that were in Little Big Planet 1's DLC became core base mechanics of 2, and the stuff that was in 2's DLC became core base mechanics of 3, those DLCs are still there. The Pirates, Little Big Planet 1's DLC added the paint guns and the Metal Gear Solid thing, and that became a core thing, and it added the water in the Pirates of the Caribbean thing, and that became a core part of it.
Yes.
So
yeah, and I got into a lot of them. With the level packs and stuff, like anything that adds like assets that
the costume packs too.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. You know what? Yeah, at the very least, you can see other people using those things, so it's fine. I did want to, because I for a moment I got it mixed up with Spore. Spore didn't have microtransactions. Spore just had expansion packs. I do want to talk about Spore for a moment in terms of its DLC, because it's another way that EA is scummy about this, which is Spore, unlike Little Big Planet, which is very user-generated content focused. Spore does not give you accessibility to any content made with any expansions you do not have. You cannot even look at 3D version of creatures made with the creepy and cute pack, for example, if you don't have it. And that would be fine if it was just the creepy and cute pack and Galactic Adventures, right? Because those are were pretty easily available. You could just buy those in any store. You could buy them online. It's fine. It's
but
a little
are there
scummy
other
that you can't look
DLCs
at them.
other DLCs that cannot be obtained?
However, there is a specific DLC pack which is not so easily obtained, and it is the fucking robot parts pack, because guess what that was?
What?
A tie-in for something.
It was a tie-in for 7-Eleven slushies or whatever they're called. The 7-Eleven drinks thing they do. You could get the code specifically for... Oh, wait, no. It was Dr. Pepper 7-Eleven.
Oh.
You get the code from Dr. Pepper's you buy from 7-Eleven. You put it in. You get the DLC. That is the only way you can get it. People were asking for robot parts as DLC packs for years because there is an NPC alien that has them and has always had them ever since the game came out. Yeah. This never happened because we never actually got the Grox parts as DLC. The robot parts pack was completely different. So the robot parts the Grox have can only be accessed through hacking the game still to this day. So the robot parts pack, the robot parts end are actually pretty good. However, again, you can only use these if you have the robot parts pack, which again is a 7-Eleven Dr. Pepper tie-in. Anyone outside of the US, anyone who doesn't live where a 7-Eleven is, they're fucked.
Well, why wouldn't they live near
7-Eleven?
We don't have 7-Elevens at
skip me ahead. Iger, back to the article, Iger seemed either unaware of some of the drama surrounding EA's recent handling of the Star Wars brand, or unconcerned when an analyst asked him for his thoughts on where video games fit into Disney's business moving forward. We're obviously mindful of the size of that business, Iger said, bullshitting through his teeth. Over the years, as you know, we've tried our hand at self-publishing. We've bought companies, we've sold companies, we've bought developers, we've closed developers. And we've found over the years that we haven't been particularly good at the self-publishing side, but we've been great at the licensing side, which obviously doesn't require that much allocation of capital. Since we're allocating capital in other directions, we've decided that the best place for us to be in that space is licensing and not publishing. We've had good relationships with some of those we're licensing to, notably EA, and the relationship on the Star Wars properties. And we're probably going to stay on that side of the business and put our capital elsewhere. Except you haven't been having good.
Yeah,
Because
it's not been good.
there was a
EA's
public outcry about Battlefront 2.
Like,
there was a public
I am
worldwide
super
outcry.
curious. Probably won't be accurate. Star Wars Battlefront 2 sales. These will probably not be accurate.
This is the article I'm talking about, by the way.
They originally planned to have EA being as the fools they are originally have planned to have sold 10 million copies of the sequel during the holiday quarter, but only managed 9 million. So,
oof.
I mean that's not too bad. It's still fucking 9 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Well, also EA's nuts, and they see we projected this. Why don't we have this? Blah, Hulk smash this developer.
Yeah, but yeah, is Dice? Did they close down Dice, or is Dice
No,
still?
Dice is not closed down. Dice, for all the fucking things wrong with EA, Dice is EA's baby.
Yeah, and they did, but Visceral sure isn't their fucking baby.
Visceral is not their baby. No. I honestly, I don't think EA cares about any of
Well, it makes me wonder why Visceral's even still open.
Yeah,
I know they
don't
got friggin' like their fucking what's the word? Like they got downsized a while back.
Yeah.
Like a massive one, and like I will admit the first two I mainly only played Dead Space 1, but Dead Space 1 is a really good game. And I was kind of looking forward to their the single player Star Wars one that I heard about. Because they also
You mean the single player Star Wars game that EA went out of its way to hire Amy Hennig, the story director for Uncharted, this series of long-winded, good, successful single-player games.
But where's Chewbacca?
Where's Chewbacca? Where's the multiplayer? Where's the lightsabers? And I fucking hate this sentimentality that Star Wars has.
Oh yeah, it's something that I hate about the video game industry in general, where they think that single player is dead for some.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I hate that the sentimentality that Star Wars is all about. You know why?
Oh, I know, because you're a giant mark for everything Star Wars.
Well, not just because I'm a giant mark for everything Star Wars, but because that's what George Lucas's problem was.
Yeah,
and that's why that's why people don't like the prequel movies.
Yeah, too many
Jedi.
What about the lightsabers?
People say, what about the Jedi and the lightsabers? And they don't realize that the focus on that is what caused the things they don't like.
But what about the Keyblades?
Where's Chewbacca?
Where's the lightsabers?
Where's the Death Star?
Where's the Star? Where are the midichlorians?
Where's the Star?
I remember.
Excuse me, good sir. Could you point me into the direction of the Star War?
Oh, Sano wants to do a Plinkett impression, but he isn't here to do it,
sadly.
so someone else needs to do
one. That's what we've been doing.
Excuse me. I don't know.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 is the most
Where's
disappointing
the
since my
Force moves?
Where's
Star
the
Wars
baby Han Solo?
Why are we doing our Rich Evans impressions every time we do this?
Star Wars.
2 sucks my balls.
Where's baby Han Solo?
Bend over, let Lambda come over.
Where's baby Han Solo? Stop dancing.
Where's Star Wars babies?
Yeah, anyway. So the point is fuck EA.
Fuck Disney.
And fuck Disney.
And they just bought out our podcast. That's all the time we have.
Disney we love Disney. Ah, man. Great.
Be sure to look out for Star Wars Episode 9 in theaters this holiday season. Disney owns my life now.
We have become a cyberpunk version of society.
We have become the nerd crew, apparently.
Yeah. Where's the thing that I like?
Where's Shaw?
And if we have become the nerd crew, Obviously, I should. Obviously, I should leave to be more accurate portrayal of a typical.
Oh
nerd
yeah, we can't have
podcast.
females here.
Yes.
We hate
What is
females.
what is famale? Is that like some kind of Mexican thing?
I can't wait for Star Wars Episode 9 to search for more money. God, I love Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Star Wars episode
Soraku,
9.
do you have anything else to
bar
say
mitzvah.
on
Yoda's
the
bar mitzvah.
article, or can I-
No, that was all I had.
Okay.
So,
Mad.
just like
Mad rantings of a Star
Soraku,
Wars
my
fan.
my weeks mostly consisted of FF14, but there is something that we did in FF14 that I would like to talk about, which is me and Soraku, our characters are now married because we wanted the two-seater.
Funnily, you guys decided to do that the week they announced the 4-seater.
We wanted
Yeah.
the two-seater Chocobo, and it turns out that doesn't really matter because there's a 4-seater mount coming out in
April.
with the 15
event. But that's in
event
April,
anyway.
though.
But that's in
That's in
April
April,
anyway.
so it's
Yeah,
You got
that's-
time.
that's
You have a lot of
easier.
time to catch up. Like,
I just got up to. I have just unlocked first Alexander bit. The
I
the
have
wedding
not.
was. We didn't have many people there. There was this one naked Mikote I ran into in
Befriended.
Limsa one time, who I added as a friend as kind
he
of a
didn't
joke.
come.
And
Who you invited
didn't
and you
show up.
expected him to show up and he
Dick.
didn't.
yeah,
Did
which is
it.
disappointing. Zed kept exploding.
Inner peace! Inner release!
Yes. This is why you don't invite tanks to your wedding.
No, you can
Uh,
invite tanks, just don't invite fucking warriors.
Yeah, don't
So
invite.
don't
warriors
invite
to
me
your
and
wedding.
NGS.
NGS was proper. NGS was a
NGS
Yeah,
wasn't
NGS
exploding,
didn't- NGS wasn't exploding. You're right.
but I like to explode.
So just don't invite Zed to your wedding. So that was a thing.
And Jazz might have
So-
been exploding if he was in the chat with us.
Yeah, maybe.
Still, plugging
That's
away.
because paladins are boring.
14. Don't invite blue mages and
They
don't
will
marry
spit-
a blue mage because you can break the wedding horribly
You could
with
just
by
fish them.
using self-destruct.
Nice.
Because if the bride or groom dies and gets rezzed by someone besides the other person who's actually in like the
They
small
will get
area,
stuck outside of the.
and same goes for if the bride or groom rezzes someone who self-destructed outside of it, as they get stuck on the inside.
Nice. But
I don't know if that's been fixed or not.
but no, big reasons because the blue mage will just vomit fish in your direction.
I don't. Is there anything I can even target to shoot the fish though?
Your wife.
But the
Target.
wife isn't counted as an enemy.
Does it have to be an enemy?
Yes.
Phone call in the middle of the podcast. I don't know
Okay.
who that is though.
Uh,
Any-
What do I want to talk about? Oh my god, I don't have anything.
do you
Nice.
not have anything to talk about this week?
Nah, no, not really much happened.
Besides
These
the
past 3
marrying.
weeks.
I've seen. I mean, I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming, but I don't have much to say about it.
What is
So-
is good?
It was all right, yeah. It's an
Into the
MCU
Spi-
movie.
Into the Spider-Verse is better.
I know. I wish I'd seen Into the Spider-Verse, but it was just a
Yeah.
movie night thing,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
didn't really get to make the
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah, I get you. Ult, your turn.
I
Because my
I've
week is
been-
gonna be hefty.
I played a lot of FF14, as
Your
any would know,
your
and
max level.
been working at a bunch of few things, which I want to do on a post eventually. But aside from that, I beat Alpha Escape yesterday with the help of Zed,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to do the grind now on to get my new stuff so I can do more events.
Yeah, like the Order and Monastery.
I've been catching up on a few other manga. As of yesterday, I started reading Chainsaw Man, which is
I hear that's good.
really good. It's really good because it's very metal. It's just imagine if Doom Guy knew he had a dick, and he wanted to rip and tear for
Money.
boob. For boob. He kills and also I'm reading as of right now I'm reading Beastars right now since I've been convinced by a friend to read it, and it's been keeping my attention for a good while. It's very good. Aside from that, I'm planning to play a bit more Earthbound and just been overall just been chilling the fuck out over the past few days because life is very tiring. World. Aside from that, I think there's nothing much that happens. Like it's just mostly more FF14, and then as I wind down, I'll probably will play a different game so I can show. Like, or maybe I could tell the tales of first experiences with the SNES Mini once I eventually get to it.
Yeah.
Just play more Gamus, but that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. Now comes to the next hour of the podcast, because I have a hefty past 3 weeks. Because 2 games came out this month, or last month, rather. First, I will give my impressions on our Resident Evil 2 remake that just came out.
Yes.
I
played both of those.
I played both of those, yes. I'm a humongous fan of Resident Evil 2. It is one of my favorite games ever, so I had a lot of expectations for the remake. It was fucking fantastic, my dudes. It is fucking fantastic. Everything about it feels good. It is that good mix of survival horror and just plain out action. Because like near the end, it becomes more actiony, especially once you get into the lab and the sewers and stuff like that. And it is
sewers, if I'm not mistaken, are extended a lot, right?
The sewers are a lot different. Yes, they are basically completely different than they were in the original game. Honestly, kind of same with the lab too. The lab is very different than it was in the original game. The police station is
no.
The police station is pretty similar to the original game, but in very minuscule ways. Like they still have the spade and keys and stuff like that. The clock tower is still there, but overall, it is just a completely new experience. It is fun. It is scary. Mr. X is terrifying, but also hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. X is going to give it to you, very much so. And it is just an all-out great game. I loved it. There was a couple moments that I got really frustrated, but for the right reasons, because it was a survival horror game and I had 0 ammo and 0 health items. Like the proper like oh shit moments of just I gotta get some stuff and but it is just a fantastic game. I might play some more in the future. I don't know. I have so many games that I want to play right now because I have a whole backlog of games I gotta beat and play. Because I just bought some more shit on my Steam account because of the current Steam sale, because I have no self-control. Rip. And but yeah, that's all I really have to say about Resident Evil 2. It is a fantastic game, 10 on 10. Fantastic game. Claire is wife. But then comes honestly the not as great part of my week, which is kind of sad to me that I have to say. I also played another new release that just came out. That it would be Kingdom Hearts 3.
The long-awaited
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Was it, in one word, was it worth the wait?
And I'm very sad to say this. No. It is very sad that I have to say the words that no, it was not worth the wait. If this had come out a bit sooner, I feel like yes, but even between the time between like, when did Dream Drop Distance come out? Let me see. Dream Drop Distance came out in 2012. It has been, not counting 2.8 or 0.8 Fragmentary Passage, the last proper Kingdom Hearts game came out almost 8 years ago, which is a long time, and I feel like the end of the Xehanort saga was not as impactful as I thought it would be. To me, at least. I've seen a lot of people adore this video game. People saying they've cried, and that is... Yeah, that's... I'm honestly kind of disappointed that I did not cry to this game. Because I wanted to cry. Like, I wanted to have this big, like, moment in my life that I've been waiting for since it was first announced, along with Birth by Sleep and 358. And it's a bit disappointing that I didn't. But there's a number of factors. I feel like the story itself is a bit rushed. And I feel like the gameplay just is nowhere on par with Kingdom Hearts 2, which is probably one of the best action RPGs ever. And it just doesn't meet that kind of quota that I kind of expected for Kingdom Hearts 3. And like it feels like rather than being a like we're nearing the end of the lifespan for the PS4. We're basically nearing the end of that. And this game feels like it should have came out at the beginning of the PS4 or the beginning of the PS3. That's what it feels like to me, at least. I know other people will have different opinions on that. But
Can I just ask?
Sure.
So every plot point that has been introduced in every side game, does it just get introduced within like tackled within 5 minutes and then solved within that same 5 minutes? Or...
Kind of, because the usual Kingdom Hearts kind of problem is that the Disney worlds take up a good chunk of the game. It's like rather you're doing like 80% of the game is you just tackling Disney worlds, and while they did a better job of incorporating the Disney worlds, they still don't mean a lot. Like they make up these bullshit reasons on why they kind of matter. Like the namely the Pixar worlds matter more than say Frozen or Tangled. And it just feels like since they set up all these plot points that have been brought up in the past 13 years between 358, Birth by Sleep, Coded, Union Cross, and Dream Drop Distance, and lastly, Point to Fragmentary Passage. It just has to resolve those, and I don't even want to say the span of the 25 hours it took me to beat the game. I want to say 5 hours because they really only focus on those plot points in a small.
I would like to point you fucking marathon through it.
That is a big thing because I did I got the game Monday night when it first came out because my local GameStop had a early thing of it, and I started playing the game about 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. That's about when I started playing, and I beat it on Wednesday night, but I did sleep through like Wednesday morning and Tuesday morning. So I didn't get a lot of sleep during that time, and I did kind of marathon the shit out of it. But I got all the... There is 2 cutscenes I missed, but they're very easy to miss even if you aren't rushing because they're just... It's in a section where you think you're just talking to a whole bunch of NPCs for flavor text, but if you talk to 2 of the NPCs, you'll get very important cutscenes. And, yeah.
Was that, apparently there's like some glitch in either, I think it's the Tangled world, where you could it just straight up skips you way the fuck forward to a cutscene, and then when you come out of the cutscene, Rapunzel's in your party when she wasn't before.
I don't know about that. I don't think I got that.
I was talking a couple days ago in the Free Company Discord with some of the other guys, and Vale, the Free Company leader, mentioned that happened to him.
Like, I don't know, maybe it happened.
We heard it as it happened. He's like, "What?"
Like, maybe it happened to me and I just didn't pay attention because it was a Disney World and I was just kind of like, eh. And, like, I kind of, like, when it wasn't plot important, I was just kind of spacing out a little bit because it's the usual, like, oh, Disney, especially for the Tangled and Frozen worlds, where it's just, this is just the movie again.
Just the movie, but better than the actual movie because they remade everything.
Like, there's a funny...
fixed bugs in the movies.
But there is one funny thing, is that it's a tiny spoiler, but for the Frozen world, you just get a full-on recreation of Let It Go.
Yeah.
And somebody pointed out, I haven't double-checked this to make sure, but if you look closely, you could see this one with a program, I believe it's Maya. If you're using an unlicensed version of Maya, the things you animate in it will have a watermark. And something somebody pointed out is that you can actually see the watermark in the cutscene.
What?
So
In
somebody,
Kingdom Hearts?
Yes, in Kingdom Hearts 3 during the Let It Go sequence. So somebody at Square Enix was using an unlicensed version of Maya
Someone has
Wait,
Wait, what?
animate Let
Where?
Go.
I think you posted a picture of this somewhere. Post it again.
I will post it in the thing because I'm not 100,000% sure if this is true. I'd have to double check myself. Let me find it. Where did I post it? Did I post it in? Oh no, I didn't post it here. I forget where I posted it. Did I post it in voice chat?
No, never mind. I
remember.
No. I remember. I saw somebody else post it on another server, but
I did post it, but in a different thing. I remember. 1 second. I could probably find it real quick. Just give me a quick second to find this post. Here it is. I did find it, and I will post it in the podcast. Properties. Again, I have to double check this myself. The people who did the actual post are right there in the picture. And copy link address. And let me add a browser. Yeah, sorry, this is
dead air.
Why did that not do it? But yeah, you can see it in the podcast. It's a possible Kingdom Hearts 3 spoiler. I think someone stuck their name into the single frame and let it go. Look at Elsa's elbows, and you can see Arnold or something.
Can you post that in podcast?
Yeah, I'll also post that in podcast lobby so you guys can react to it.
Yeah, what's my favorite part about this entire thing?
What is your favorite?
Is that all the Pixar worlds can't have Kingdom Hearts
that's
canon?
A big thing. Kingdom Hearts is canon to the story of them. Like,
that's not someone's name. That's some watermark for. Don't have licenses for a render engine
named Arnold. How do they slip this through the cracks? And
oh my god!
Can't believe they pirated a rendering.
They pirated a fucking render software.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to ask Disney for like
can we just
$20 to just register this thing.
Hey Disney, can we have money to do a thing? A couple people told me about this. I've never touched Maya, so I have no idea. This is fascinating. Kingdom Hearts 3 was rendered with a licensed copy of a render engine. Wowza. That's wow. Like, I have to double check that. Like, it could be fake, I don't know. But I just like to believe that's real for right now. And, but yeah, overall, the gameplay just feels a bit, too dumbed down compared to Kingdom Hearts 2. And, it just felt super easy. Like, and it is kind of bare bones on content. But I'm hoping, like, a DLC for, like, a final mix DLC will improve that. And also add a critical mode. And more stuff. And especially, one of the biggest things I'm hoping is that they add Final Fantasy to this Final Fantasy cross Disney crossover.
Yeah, like
I told you about this. Yeah. There's not a single Final Fantasy character in this entire game.
But for the podcast, explain it again.
I just said it. There's not a single Final Fantasy character in this entire video game.
But say the reason that they gave.
I believe it was a Nomura. I had to double check this to be sure, but Nomura said that the main reason why that there wasn't going to be many Final Fantasy stuff in this is because they feel like the Final Fantasy existed kind of as a crutch, so the characters that Kingdom Hearts, which hadn't really fully fleshed out as characters, could kind of lean themselves on Final Fantasy to kind of have that way to push off, but they feel that since Kingdom Hearts has kind of filled its own place in pop culture, they don't really need those Final Fantasy characters anymore. That's a load of bullshit because I just like having Cloud standing right over there while he talks to Mickey Mouse.
Also, they literally there are tons of open-ended.
Yeah, like with the Cloud stuff at the end of Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts 2 with his fight with Sephiroth.
His fight with Sephiroth that neither of them won, I would like to point out.
It's not very clear what happened there. And there's also the little Renoa tease at the end in the credits of Kingdom Hearts 2 for Squall. where he gets a letter and it shows like Renoa's angel wings on it. And I would like, again, they're just gone. Like, Cloud and Auron are mentioned at the very beginning of the game when you first arrive in Olympus Coliseum. That is it. I think there's somebody told me that there's a small mention of Cypher and his gang when you go to Twilight Town. I don't remember seeing that because they're just nowhere. And that's probably one of my biggest disappointments with this game is that the Final Fantasy is just gone. And
it's because the Final Fantasy totally owned you lamers.
Yeah. We totally own you lamers, so we need to be in this game.
It was undeniable proof that we totally owned you lamers.
I love you so... I love Safer, and I hate him so much. I love and hate him. But, yeah, the fact that there's just zero Final Fantasy is a big disappointment, especially since part of the reason I love this franchise is because it is a Final Fantasy Disney crossover.
And it acted like Final Fantasy... They acted like Final Fantasy was carrying it.
When it wasn't. It was just a part of it.
It was yeah, like, why?
Yeah, it is a big disappointment. Like, there are, like, Final Fantasy Easter eggs, but that's literally it.
Like everyone was expecting like more Final Fantasy stuff. Like they'd bring in like fucking
Cloud.
Like at this point, I'd lightning over nothing.
Lightning over nothing. I expected like fucking Noctis or something, but no, just nothing.
Expect like somebody from the Scions to come in, maybe.
Yeah, I would have liked if I could just have fucking Y'shtola in my Kingdom Hearts. That would be great because Y'shtola is the one who gets to be in the crossovers.
Can Hildebrand be in?
Dude! I would love that! Hildebrand in my Kingdom Hearts? He's just doing the most gentlemanly pose?
Yeah! Let Sora pose along with him.
Yeah. Let him do the most gentlemanly pose and do the Let Sora and Donald Duck and Goofy the dog do the fucking Manderville dance.
Yes!
Let Mickey Mouse do the Manderville. And but yeah, that's all.
That's only as only a Manderville.
As only a Manderville can.
And then Riku's standing there, and he's like,
nope,
"Oh, what?" And then Sora looks at him and goes, "Come on!" And Riku's like, and he starts doing it too.
Then they post it to Instagram.
Yeah.
But that's all I really gotta say about Kingdom Hearts.
So dumb.
That's all I really gotta say about Kingdom Hearts.
So 2 big games came out, long awaited. One great, one not.
One not. It was like I've been pretty hard on this game so far, but it is a fine game. Like, it's not a terrible game by any means, but that's the problem. It's only just fine. So, and that's about all I have to talk about with my week. And I'm thinking about if I have anything I'm looking forward to in the future besides the Shadowbringers expansion for Final Fantasy XIV and DMC5. That is about all I have to look forward to in the future.
Should we talk about this thing that's staring us all in the face right now?
Oh, the thing about idols selling used bathwater?
$1,000 a bottle?
Where's this?
In Joe's Pizza.
Idol sells used bathwater $1,000 a bottle.
Members of a J-pop group have offered their used bathwater for sale at a price of nearly $1,000 for a bottle. Members of J-pop group The Banana Monkeys have found a rather ingenious method of recouping costs of expensive bath powder that was used in a recent YouTube video. Idols Tenka no Chang Yuki and Asuka Ray were recorded on video bathing fully clothed in purple bathwater, which was then sold to fans on second-hand marketplace Mercari, priced at 100,000 yen. For each bottle. So they weren't even naked in that bath?
The sales spiel claimed that the water was definitely clean thanks to having been used by idols and that fans could bathe in it themselves in order to take a bath together with the idols or even drink it. The listing for the used bathwater is now gone, suggesting that the bottles have either been snapped up by eager otaku or removed thanks to the concern about public safety or good taste.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that's wild. That is fucking wild.
Fuck.
And, like, again, like, I would like to believe that it was just taken down for, like, modesty purposes. Because, like,
let's be real.
The otakus probably grabbed it up.
Yeah.
And
Christ, this is horrifying.
The idol industry is fucked.
it is very
It is
fucked.
fucked.
But you want to know what else is fucked? Our email inbox.
So if you want to send us your fucking disgusting
Bathwater. You could send that to
You
an
can
email.
send it through the email, through the internet, and it will come out of our monitors and splash us in the face.
I don't want Soraku. I don't want this.
Well, we already
At
asked for it, and it's already on the way.
Hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com.
That is hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com.
You had to go check.
Stuttered.
Please
got
don't
it.
send us bathwater.
Okay.
And
I don't
maybe
know. Now
your
I have to
bathwater
say it.
will sound like this.
Now Rose had to say it. She has to say it now.
Hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com.
Okay, so we got
And maybe
three
your
emails this
bathwater
week.
will sound like this.
We got 3 emails this week. One of them is technically from last week, but we're
boy.
gonna read them all. 2 of them are from our good buddy Caleb. The first email is this is the time for it, right? Okay. What would you say is your favorite horror film of all time? Each one of you guys. Hope this works. From your big pal, Big Man C.
No, I until very recently was never really a huge horror person, and even now I'm still more into written horror than horror movies. So I don't know how many horror movies I've actually watched.
I'm kind of the same.
I have not seen many horror movies,
I am
but
kind
I do
of a
have.
gigantic bitch. I'm kind of a giant bitch when it comes to horror.
I'm a bit of a bitch when it comes to horror too, which is why I haven't seen many. But
I was.
there are many. There are. I am slowly increasing my repertoire of horror films that I've seen, and I do have an answer.
What is it?
Alien.
Alien is a good
Good.
choice.
That's
I haven't
good.
actually seen it myself, but I've heard it's a fantastic movie, and maybe I should watch it one of these days.
Alien is like the quintessential, like when you think of sci-fi, you think more of like action or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, like
And Alien shows that you can like Aliens, but Alien showed that you could easily do horror.
like it's for me. I have a cheat answer and a real answer. My cheat answer would be Resident Evil 2, the video game, because it is great and I love it, but it is a video game, so it doesn't count. But my real answer would probably be Friday the 13th 2, and not for a horror reason, but because it is hilarious. It is kind of hilarious when I see like there's one scene where Jason kills a kid, and the kid's in a wheelchair, so the kid flies backwards and off like 30 stairs, and he just keeps falling, and it's kind of goes on for like a minute, and it's hilarious. And
it reminds me of that Mac and Me scene.
There's one scene where like Jason's trying to kill a kid like hiding under a bed, but he misses and like just kind of fucking eats shit and falls over.
Speaking of that Mac and Me scene, can the end of this podcast be that Mac and Me scene, but with its
God,
face over the kids?
No.
All right,
no.
you'll have to send me the scene because I don't know
And,
what you mean.
and I'm the officer that
The
shoots the
Mac and Me
kids.
scene, the one Paul Rudd shows Conan O'Brien every time he.
Oh, yeah.
shows-
You know the one.
Next, we got an email from our good buddy Soda. Hey buddy, still alive? Imagine if Sogo becomes Decay 2, aka appears often outside of his show. How would that work exactly?
I would love that. That would
I
be
just
super cool. But to answer the question, I don't know how, because we don't know how. Like it could radically change at the end of the show with Omuzio and
Yeah.
the big
He
confrontation.
could become
Time
like
travel.
he could become like this time traveling like wanderer where he just kind of goes
I mean-
from time to time.
I don't know how I'd feel about that because Tsukasa is definitely inherently more exciting to just see popping up because of how Masahiro Inoue is. Like, I'm not to knock Okuno or anything, but like
It's so
Masahiro
dope.
just has like
Especially
like-
Masahiro
when-
has Masahiro.
You
has
have that
has
bullshit story
the
with like
gacked
Garo.
energy.
You have
yeah,
that bullshit
he has
Garo
that
story.
fucking that ridiculous charisma that's
where he's
Sogo
like,
just
so this is the world of Garo.
yeah.
so this is the world of me wearing Tim's.
So that's why if I would be excited to have Sogo be like Decade where he just pops up, but like I wouldn't be as excited as I would be for just Decade.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would be excited, but we'd have to see how that happens. We can't really say
Yeah.
exactly
Yes,
how.
it would depend entirely upon how Zio ends.
But we'll
Jinga,
see.
Jinga.
I would like Zio to just become this time traveling like old man traveling around world to world.
I'm the ruler of worlds, Zio.
I go from time to time, just doing shit. And we have
Here's a
another
Pepsi.
email from our good friend Caleb. We got
Yay.
hey Hypercast Frothcast.
What?
With mentions of DLC around Battle of the Grid, what DLC or expansion packs for video games are your personal favorites? Love you all, Caleb. Nearly choked to death in VC Stanford. I just said that last part. Anyway,
But it's his username.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
really cared,
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
have that as.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's honestly hard for me because
Go.
there's a lot of
Bunch of
fighting
franchise.
game. There's a lot of like actual DLC.
Like
also.
DLCs, yeah. Like what's your favorite DLC?
Like there's so many fighting game DLCs that I like specific like characters that have become DLC. Like I really like Adachi in Persona 4 Ultimax.
Yeah, Adachi is a great fucking DLC character. His grab animation is the best.
And I love his walk animation where he's just
He
like
just
come on.
He just
the
trips you
cheat-
over and laughs
Yeah,
at you.
yeah.
Now it is my turn to have a cheat answer and another answer.
All right.
The cheating answer would be Lonesome Road for Vegas because it's stellar.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how that's a cheat answer. It's DLC. Mine was like, oh, I'm not even gonna choose a movie.
that's true. Yeah, I suppose at that point it's not. Well then I'm cheating because I have two answers.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But the God, the other DLC, best DLC probably. I had it and then I lost it a little.
Hang on. I'll answer and then you can
Yeah.
try and remember.
Yeah, sure.
I have two answers as well because, first of all, A Hat in Time Seal the Deal is really good, and A Hat in Time is really good, and you should play it. And the second thing is, I feel that the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth was really good. Afterbirth Plus was, of course, questionable at the time, but I feel like it's worth it now. So the Binding of Isaac expansions and Hat in Time seal the deal.
Okay, so I have my answer. My answer is technically a broad one. My answer is all of the DLC for Payday 2.
You're right, that's a good one.
Yeah, because it all just like massively expanded the game. And there was a point in time before they came out with Crime Wave Edition where all those DLCs were, you bought separately and you could buy the massive bundle of them, and the massive bundle was like over $100-something. And then they thought, this is over $100. This doesn't make a fucking goddamn bit of sense why this is so expensive. So let's instead re-release the game, and just for $20, you get all of it. All of it. And the only thing that is not included in that $20 is the H3 thing, because that was part of like the sales of that went to like help recoup costs for like the lawsuit that the clients had, which is very cool and nice. And even though by the time the DLC came out, they had already like recouped the cost, it was still like the sales still went to them, and so it was like a nice gesture. Jacket. All the DLC heisters, like, bear in mind,
is fucking John Wick in that game?
Yes, bear in mind, Payday 1 had 4 characters. 4. And now I think there are somewhere like 20 something. I can boot it up right the fuck now and check how many heisters there are.
Please don't.
Okay.
Everyone is here. Payday 2 edition.
Yeah, everyone is here.
But
to commit felonies and tax fraud.
But like all the crossovers and
They picked the crossover characters real fucking good.
Yeah, they did. There's the Scarface one, which
Yeah.
the voice actor for Tony Montana in that is the same guy who was handpicked by Pacino to voice Tony in Scarface: The World Is Yours.
Yeah. Like, it's like you can fucking have a team of, like, Jacket, John Wick, fucking Scarface DLC. Like, it's... Oh my god.
In a world.
You can have Rust, the guy who's played by Ron Perlman.
Oh my god.
Like it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Fuck, my brain's not. 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Everyone is here.
Everyone is here.
No,
And then
I'm
even
playing-
there was the Switch exclusive character Joy that they then just brought into the
The main game.
PC release because they can. Because like the whole thing of why she was exclusive was because her mask was like because her name is Joy, she's supposed to be the
Yeah.
Joy Cons, but yeah, that game is like how you do like a that game is when the live service model works.
Yeah.
That is the example of how to the live service model.
Yeah. I kind of want to cheat, and I actually have 3 answers. First one would be Adachi, because he's just a fantastic character. My second answer would be Heaven's Word as an expansion, because it is a fantastic expansion.
Good,
It's
yes.
such a great expansion. The story is great. Everything about it's great. I do like Stormblood,
Well, I didn't-
but it's a bit...
I didn't know if MMO things counted.
well, you said expansions.
I admit, because of the way I've played it now, where I'm jumping into this now and I'm going through all of it back to back,
Yeah.
I do wonder how Stormblood will hold up to Heaven's Word.
I played through Stormblood as it came out. It is the story's fine. It's just not as strong as Heaven's Word, because Heaven's Word is probably one of the best expansion stories ever.
Heaven's Ward, in my opinion, because I love it as well, because that's gonna be my answer as well. But really good story from the outset, because the end of Realm Reborn led into the starting of Heaven's Ward so well.
Yeah.
I don't think you can replicate that feeling of you arriving in Ishgard for the first time.
You might be able to, depending on how Shadowbringers does.
Yeah,
this
no,
last
no,
thing.
this is still up in the air. This is gonna
Because
just timestamp.
we're gonna
my
find
feelings
out
on
with
it.
the next fucking DLC, the next patch for Stormblood.
Here's the thing about Stormblood, that is it as strong as Heaven's Ward?
It's a little weaker. Like there's
a little bit weaker.
There's that little.
It's more
there's
political
kind of that,
intrigue.
There's kind of that midpoint in Stormblood that's kind of boring, or especially when you're just in the Ruby Sea doing stuff.
Yeah, that's not very fun. But the issue I have, it's like more political intrigue, which is very good, but it's not as like unite up against and then make peace with dragons.
No,
If I may
really...
also cheat and have a third answer.
Sure.
XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, definitely.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
That like wildly expands the game. XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, and by extension, I suppose I could also say like, I never played it, but I watched a lot of gameplay of it. XCOM 1 Enemy Within. For Enemy Unknown.
Yeah.
That like I love ones that take the game and then just go, now what if we could add a whole bunch of new mechanics and integrate them really well into the base game.
Yeah. And my final answer is it's not really for the DLC, but more for its reveal and how it affected me personally. And it's Geese Howard in Tekken 7. Because I kind of went nuts when that happened. I literally screamed at the top of my lungs when that happened.
Who didn't go nuts when that happened?
Because I was like, because it's such a good like, it's such a good like, well, who is it? Because it does that whole first thing where it's like geese going like, it's like, it's like the world is too big enough for you to control. Just leave it all to me. You can die. And it's just like, who is that? Who's saying that? Is that...
It's
who is
Geese
that?
Howard.
And then it just...
Goose
ding,
Howard.
ding, 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 and then just Geese taking off the thing. Come on. And I'm like,
Predictable.
It does that one thing in the trailer where he does the fucking predictable thing first, but then he blocks the super. He's like predictable, and I'm like, oh my god, Geese Howard!
Okay.
Because I am a
Tekken
gigantic
7.
mark for King of Fighters. It's like one of my favorite fighting game franchises of all time. So it's
Tekken
like,
7 has some solid. I like. Part of the thing is that I was a little. They announced Noctis, and I'm still.
yeah.
a
Then I'm
little
like,
baffled
it's
by
like, and Negan was even more like, what?
Negan is massively baffling. Noctis was slightly baffling because I'm
But
like,
Geese Howard was just like, oh my god, that's perfect.
what? No,
Goose Howard.
Noctis was baffling because of Geese Howard because
on.
Noctis was like because I thought like the precedent that we were setting was now like just dudes who fight
I thought it was. I honestly thought the president was going to be fighting game villains. Yeah,
Yeah,
because first you
I
had
thought-
Akuma, and then you had Geese.
Same.
So
Yeah,
I thought,
exactly.
Who's
So-
next? Like fucking, fucking Order Soul from fucking Guilty Gear.
I want
or
that.
or
Thank you, I want that.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn. Yeah.
I
Shao
want Shao
Kahn would be
Kahn.
I would love
would
Shao
Well,
love
no,
Kahn.
then just
in
next.
combat.
Oh, here's fucking Noctis.
Yeah,
It's like, what?
and
Here's
it-
John Cena.
like, and if they were going to pick someone from Final Fantasy, I would have picked somebody who actually fights hand to hand, like Tifa or something.
Yeah, I would have also liked Tifa, but nah, gotta choose the
Like, and Tifa would also make more sense because remember around the time that came out, that I think like Harada issued a statement around the time Tekken 7 that Harada had a statement regarding the backlash against Lucky Chloe that he said something along the lines of "I'm tired of designing gross old men." So I thought that like another DLC character would be a woman because he'd want to do that,
But,
But-
no.
you know.
Yeah, it would just really been nice. But like I'm fine. I like Noctis doesn't bother me as
It
much
was
anymore.
Eliza,
But,
yeah.
but fucking Negan still baffles me incredibly.
Yes, definitely.
A cool 2B is also a cool DLC. She's cool, but not as like I didn't fucking react as much as I did with fucking Geese Howard.
I must say
fucking
though,
great.
as you can tell from my Discord avatar, which the people in the podcast cannot see,
Yeah.
my Discord avatar, I am very much excited for my girl Julia.
Yeah. She's still out. She's not out yet?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day.
I want to maintain this avatar.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day we'll be able to add the Smash Ultimate character pass to this because I mean if
Point.
Joker's the first one, hopefully
Hopefully the others will be just as
apparently
good and out of.
Like they said, rumor has it that the second DLC character is going to be the main character from Dragon Quest 3. And that is that is what people say, and I'm not too happy about that because it's another sword character. But at least it would be a sword and board character rather than just sword. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
I will just
We
chime in
don't
with
have
mine.
we don't have enough sword. We have Link, and the three we have
We
the
have all three
links.
links. That's about it.
No, nobody else has a shield.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else has a shield. Not that I could think of off the top of my head.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
just
no,
Link.
no. I'm gonna chime in with one more,
Sure.
and it's like I'll have the Shovel Knight add-on, Plague Knight, and Spectre of Torment. Those are the ones I remember fondly. It's like bada bing, bada boom. Here's some new characters. Here's some new gameplay. Here's a new story. Bam.
Of course, it also bears mentioning Sano. Oh no, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
never
just
mind.
DLC.
Yeah, right.
Ultimate's not DLC.
But is that it?
It's not DLC. Anyway, but yeah, that's about it for the Hypercast Off podcast.
we
for this
don't have
week.
any emails. Any other emails? I
That's,
mean,
let me just double check.
Football.
I think that should be it. No, that's all the emails we have for this week. The last one was really juicy. I really like that one.
That
Yeah,
was
that was
sicko
a good
mode.
one.
DLC. I will leave you off with Sicko Mode.
Please don't.
I will not. I will not.
Man, okay, all right. Brief. No,
That's
let's not
the
end
end.
yet.
No, we're ending. We're ending.
That's
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Fuck this Super.